I'm Hero, one of the game masters here at The Favored Few. Our fictional game worlds can include real-world issues, and there may be adult subjects and themes in our sessions. While our goal is never to promote or extol them, issues such as drug and alcohol use, sexism, racism, and addiction can all exist within our game worlds, along with mature topics such as explicit language, sex, and violence. Nothing said during any of our sessions should ever be taken as who we are as people, nor our political or social ideologies. We ask you to remember that we are simply friends sitting around a table, engaging our imaginary role-playing characters of our fictional worlds in a game of grown-up make-believe. Viewer discretion is advised. We thank you for your understanding. If you choose to continue, I really hope you enjoy the show.
It should be.
And we are live. Welcome back. Wait a minute. Let me make sure everybody can be seen if we're going to be waving. So here we go. Everybody said, hey.
Hello. Oh, do I do it now?
Yep, we can do that now.
My catchphrase, hi internet, it's me.
Yeah. Hi internet, it's me.
It's me.
Okay, so you said their sound should be 27. I'm still learning all the technical ropes. Matt's patience with me, thank goodness. So Streamlabs, yes, it's sitting at correct volume. So welcome back. We are, of course, coming to you live from the Favored Few, or as we like to say, the Flavored Few, because we were all just, and some of us are still stuffing our faces.
I'm sorry. I was taking care of my sick wife.
You're fine. You're fine.
As hell.
But anyway.
She's got allergies and bronchitis and all this stuff. So
Yes.
Not that type.
So we are back. So
3 days.
Session 8. Wow, if you tuned in last week, that was an interesting ending to our Session 7. And in case you were curious as to what was happening, we'll talk about it in a second. But let me give some shout outs first. Shout out to White Bat Audio, who has created and provided the soundtrack and audio for our sessions. Check them out at White Bat Audio on YouTube. We'd like to thank Pinnacle Entertainment and Savage Universe for placing our live stream on their calendar, and for the interview that we had that was hoping to promote both of us. A huge thanks to Gunmetal Games and their Savage Interface Zero setting. Thank you to Arkin Forge for creating the virtual tabletop software, and once again a thank you to these guys that sit around the table and put up with my shit. Yeah, wow. And then finally, check out our links on our social media pages for our merchandise. You could be wearing and using our Favorite Few merch.
I'm actually wearing my shirt today. Anything else?
You are wearing your shirt. Wow. No, I've got mine.
I'm hanging over there.
What?
The rest of you guys are scrubs. You don't promote us.
I know. Don't make me get naked on camera.
Well,
Get
you know,
naked.
no.
I don't have $1 on me. That's about $1.
I'll make $1 for that.
Underfunded.
So last week's section ended a bit unexpectedly, and to be honest, it was my fault as a GM, and that I wasn't prepared for the crazy shit that my players can throw at me.
I blame Marlo.
Crazy
As you
shit's
should.
an understatement.
But it's been a week since then, and we've had lots of background chatter, talking on Discord, and we had a great meeting the other day, and we're now ready to proceed with Session 8 of Terminal Zero. You'll notice a few changes, mainly the departure of one character with the replacement of another, but rest assured, it is all good, and we are all in full form. So join us tonight for the wild ride that is Terminal Zero. All right, so this is Session 8.
Indeed.
So, would anybody like to make a comment about what we've been doing over the last week, or would y'all just want to jump right into it?
So I guess we'll talk about our character.
Well, I'm going to go around the table. I'm going to go in order. We're going to go
Current events, pal. Keep up with current
Or
events.
personal life, or
No, I
Or
don't
the
really want
characters.
events. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. Leo, what has been happening with Leo over the last week?
he got fired from his job, and it's because whenever he was on call or he was working the boat, and he was giving you guys information and swapping over to the chat and then your guys' chat and whatnot, apparently the corporations weren't able to find out exactly what he sent, so that's why he's not dead. But conversations were sent from the boat during that time, so they pretty much purged the entire squad. Everybody got replaced.
Oh, they
or
fired the entire crew.
Probably. If they didn't fire him, they got transferred.
Oh, wow.
So
His actions indirectly contributed to the death of a client.
Well, you might have some hated enemies now.
No,
If they know it was you.
no, everybody got termed, and then
Yeah, but it was your
NDAs.
fault.
NDAs. Everybody signed NDAs. But
Right.
I got paid. But it doesn't matter now, apparently, with the new finance rules. So I got
Well,
paid.
No. We're going to talk about that once everybody goes around the table.
I got paid, but
Right.
I can't do the job anymore. But my girlfriend still has her job, so they didn't fire her. So she hasn't left me yet.
Right. So the girlfriend love interest is still around.
Because she gets kidnapped.
Because
I'll
you're
be
giving
like-
her DPM.
Yep, it's all about the.
I give her a
DPM.
good, nice, solid, average high number, so that's why she keeps coming back.
Okay. All right. Kaon. What's been going on with Kaon? I mean, you don't have to tell anything if you don't want to. It's just an opportunity for you to reveal.
So,
And nobody else here at the table knows this but you.
right.
Really?
What's going on here? Did your
Fish
mom
it
come
out.
back and pick you up and drop you off
You got
$50,000?
laid, didn't you?
Spill the tea.
I might have got.
Did your mom come by with a coworker of hers and make you knock her up to do the grandkid thing?
I've seen some orange and black videos that go like that.
Yeah, that's
Well,
totally.
y'all are once again just jumping
Well,
off
if
the
you're
rail.
not going to do anything, maybe the next generation will.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways,
Said shut up. I said what I said.
I said what I said.
I said what I
so
said.
anyways, Kaon has been in kind of self-doubt mode because he worked his ass off all month long. Finally got his fan back. You know, it got a brand new paint job, and he spent like all his coin on it. And then he went to the club to, you know, just kind of have a blast for a week.
Got your dice come in?
And well,
Very cool.
he got himself a lady, and he underperformed. So he's kind of been laying low, ashamed of himself, because he's better than that, or at least he thought he was. And while laying low, he received a encrypted message from
Thank
a
you, sir.
unknown individual with a shady name. And it turns out that Kaon finally received the information of who smeared him and his reputation and bought out his job and everything.
Those are yours.
And it turns out
Are we gonna find that out through role play? Or you just gonna tell us?
That is for Travis.
let's find out through roleplay.
Well, Matt has
That'd
some.
probably be a
So
good idea.
those can go to
So-
Kevin.
It's-
I've got
it's
3
gonna
already. I
happen.
just need one.
So everybody's going to be involved in that one.
I think everybody posted these stories. So. My
So, yeah.
apologies, Travis.
Take one down, pass it around, I guess. And James needs an extra one.
James needs one more and he'll be good.
And Mr. Nashoba.
All right. Well, hold on.
No, I need one. I need one more.
Right. Everybody got 4 because everybody posted a story since last session.
I still think there should be a way.
We held hands and talked about our feelings this week.
Yeah, we did.
So I think it's important.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, I think it's important that you know people who are watching because they're interested in role play. There was a little bit of doubt. There was some people that weren't really having fun with the campaign, and I could kind of feel that. And we had and thanks to Kevin, and not that it's necessarily all Kevin's fault, or not fault, but to his credit, he said we need to talk it out. And I was like, you know what, you're right. So we sat down like adults and we had a great conversation, and I think we are rejuvenated and re-energized, and I am excited again about it. And I think that's a great thing. So yeah, we there was some doubts, and may probably come from me because I don't know if my energy level was up. But now, hopefully, it is, and I hope to demonstrate that. You know, it's a collaborative effort. We are all here at the table together to tell stories together. It's not my story, it's not your story, it's our story. So I hope we can have fun with
Right
that.
on, right on.
Okay. So Arlo, what's been happening with Arlo?
Arlo under highly potent suggestive drugs. And speaking about feelings, he had a government paid vacation in a loony bin where with the assistance of the Angel Kalam, who looks like, if I had to describe, you know, red, shapy, geometric thingy, face, some rat teeth in the front, And he had very interesting things to say to me. And there's a number I can't quite get out of my head. Don't know quite, what it means yet. But, divine revelation, guys, is like that, really,
It do be like that.
So I got to sit around and think, what does the holy red angel spirit thing of geometric shapes wants from me? And once I figure that out, look out. The prophet Arlo is spreading the good word of Red Angel Kalam.
See, all right, so if we're talking about angels in red, I got a lot to talk about.
Red goes faster.
Because
Blood angels.
because Sanguinius, if he's canon in this universe, I need to re-roll my character.
The Sanguinor, come! And it's Arlo. sorry. Drink from my challenge, son.
I would.
Joke on it.
I'd get it all the way in my mouth. Just
a little
clip
salty,
that and
yes.
do whatever you want to with it.
A lot of us have a deep investment in 40K, Warhammer 40K lore as well. So, in case that wasn't obvious.
So,
Wow.
So we got some good news and we got some bad news.
what bad news? It's all
The bad
glory.
news is you haven't figured it out yet.
That's true. That's true. But you know what? I'm excited to dive into this, and preach the good word.
Are you sure the word's correct? Because you haven't interpreted everything, so you may be missing a step or two. And
That's
if you-
true.
and if you're not careful, you're going to create false religions.
Very true. Very true.
not the false
But I
religion.
spent 28 days on the mountain, so to speak.
Understandable. We've all been there. We've all been there.
There was a lot of hashing out. So really, what I need everybody to understand, right, is that I am a divine instrument, and I am going
That's what she said.
to,
all, hero.
we were going to start a movement because, there's a system above us, okay? And it is robot controlled, and it's trying to take over our minds.
There we
now,
go.
Are you
It's weak enough that we can still win.
Are you gonna be the guy that stands on the corner with the sign? The end is near.
And was not.
I'm saying this as I stand on the corner with a sign that says the end is near. You just happen to be passing by. But we have to, fight the machine, the future machine. And so, now's the time to win the war. So
Hell yeah, brother.
we're gonna take him down. And I just want you to know, Timbuktu, you're my boy. And
my boy,
I know that the Angel Kalam sent you as a spirit warrior. And so it's fitting that you're a Native American.
It's got a ring to it, spirit.
And even your man-eater bear cat lion Geronimo is a part of our divine resistance.
Viva la
So,
resistance.
yes, exactly. Remember, we will always have the sound of a dying giraffe to be exactly. So we will use that as our hey, it's time to go catchphrase for here on out.
Okay, so before we go any farther, because we still have two people to hear from, I am going to announce that there is going to be a slight change. The group knows it because I put it in our Discord chat, but I'm just going to go ahead and let the stream know it too. The idea of having to earn credits to pay rent, that's too much like real life, and all of us have jobs that we have to, do to make money to pay rent and mortgage and pay for our kids. So that was too much like real life. So we're not going to do that anymore. Instead, we are going to use what Interface Zero Gunmetal Games has created called lifestyle checks. Okay. And I'm not going to go over the rules and the mechanics and everything, but I posted all of those rules for y'all. So before we get in deep into, tonight's adventure, it will basically be the beginning of a new month. This is the end of January of 2089. And we're going to make lifestyle checks. Okay. Now, just as a demonstration of how the system works as well. And y'all, everybody starts off at a D6 unless you took poverty as a hindrance or rich as an edge. If either one of those, like if you took poverty as a hindrance, you have a D4 wealth level. If you took rich, you have a D8. Extremely rich is a D10. But we're going to do that, but not yet. So we got a couple of things to talk about. First, Jailbait. Would Jailbait like to talk about anything that happened with her during this last week?
I mean, other than fighting in the pits and making some money, not a whole lot changed with her. We did tweak her a little bit. She now has the Berserk edge because it kind of represents game-wise
Advances.
how her demon does,
Right.
how her demon possession is. And to counteract that, she also now has the Bloodthirsty hindrance. So when she is Berserk, she'll kill a bitch in a heartbeat. Because
Including the people who are standing beside her.
including the
That
people
might be
who stand
friends.
beside her.
Yeah.
If she rolls shitty enough.
I mean, honestly, that makes sense if she's got a demon possessed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She's not gonna
So,
give
and
a
I talked to her about it, and I thought it was very fluffy. And so they wanted to give it a game mechanic because technically I was just making shit up as I went. So
Right. So yeah, it actually has a mechanic feel and vibe to it.
yes.
All right, Matt, tell us about Neshoba as he's waiting outside and meets Arlo.
So this whole experience. All right. So Neshoba's been in a weird place since after the job, and then he had his chance. It wasn't chance. He had a scheduled encounter with Sister Karma that didn't go so well, and then he had this job debacle with the group that he tried to share that went just did so sideways. And after meeting with Arlo and in the moment playing into, sure, I'll be part of your cult. It struck him that he didn't really understand himself as much as he thought he did, and he was tired of living the life that he was tired of living a life of what ifs. Like he's been sitting around waiting for a sign for God knows how long, and he's tired of waiting, and he's gonna go find it. So he is shaking off the shackles of normal life, and he's going to plunge himself into the underworld of Chicago and find another way.
Oh, so he's not leaving.
He's in Chicago, but he's not coming back.
He is now incommunicado.
Oh, and I understand. I thought he was going on like a spirit walk out in the
He
out in
is.
the wasteland. He's just doing it in Chicago.
He knows that he's supposed to be in Chicago. That's,
okay.
that's what the spirits have told him.
Oh,
But he's tired of waiting around for a sign. He's going to go find it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's even deeper in the dark shadows.
The way Arlo went in and came back out changed his perspective, because it was such a short amount of time for Arlo to make such a giant turnaround in his mental capacity. And then, believe it or not, it was inadvertently it inspired him, because he was like, well, if this guy can do it, why can't I? And he didn't know that.
Government provided drugs. Good shit.
But
Drug aversion therapy
But
works.
Neshoba is convinced that he can go get that on his own.
Okay.
So he's going to leave this life behind and go find wherever he's supposed to be.
So, if you've been following the show, don't worry. Matt's not leaving the campaign. Matt's just bringing in a different character, and we're going to introduce him tonight. Hopefully, if we don't jump off the rails. Okay. So that is a quick recap of everybody's week, in the sense of what we were talking about on Discord. Again, for anybody who's joining us, I encourage role play outside or away from the table. It doesn't necessarily change the narrative, but it does allow players to elaborate on the narrative, to explore their own characters a little deeper. And the Savage Worlds mechanic of bennies, I award bennies for putting out good stories in our Discord conversation. So that's basically what's been happening this week. That's why everybody got a benny, because everybody posted some great stories and character development and exploring what was going on with their characters' lives. Okay, so one clarification, and we're going to start with this tonight. This is the end of January of 2089, so we're going to start a new month. So we're going to be doing a wealth check, okay? So again, all the players at the table should have read the stuff that I posted about the wealth check. You can use your wild die. You can have players support you. with their own wealth checks. Okay. The cost though is if you support another player and that player fails their wealth check, you get a -1 to your own, because you're helping them out, and then they crashed and burned. But why is money important still if we're going to be doing wealth checks and not keeping tabs? Money is important for buying everything that doesn't come with rent and food. If you want new cyberware, if you want new guns, if you want new gear, if you want new equipment, if you want to enhance with BioWare or NanoWare or whatever, all the enhancements you can get in this world. If you want a new vehicle, you want upgrades to your vehicle, like Kaon paying for the infrared paint, you got to have money. That is not covered under a lifestyle check. Lifestyle check is basically just how are you maintaining yourself, because it does have mechanical consequences for things like natural healing. If you need, a little bit of time to heal and you're living in squalor, you're going to take minuses to your vigor checks to heal. If you're living in, the lap of luxury, you'll take bonuses. You can also get the ugly hindrance if you're living in abject poverty. You don't have access to bathing facilities. You don't have good food. Your hygiene goes downhill. So you can actually get a temporary ugly hindrance if your lifestyle stays too low for too long. By the same token, if you're living the lap of luxury, you can get the attractive edge because you've got all kinds of resources to make yourself pretty. That's why all our movie stars who are like 55 years old still look, hot. Yeah. Right? I mean, at least some of them, not necessarily all of them. Right. I mean, Jennifer Aniston is still smoking. Geez.
Tom Cruise is basically immortal.
Yes. I mean, he literally doesn't look that much different.
Well, hell, it's like the guy that finally just died from the Wheel of Fortune. I mean,
Bob Barker.
Bob
Barker was like 90 something.
He looked the same as he did for like the last.
When y'all were little kids watching
Bob
it.
Barker died?
Yeah, he died recently.
A couple weeks ago.
Oh, I knew he had cancer or whatever. But if my grandmother was alive, she'd be weeping.
Yeah.
That man.
Yeah. So anyway, a wealthy lifestyle can give mechanical bonuses to healing checks and to things like attractive edge. So, what you have to do is we're just going to go around the table. If y'all want to offer to support each other, that's fine. You have to make your support roll first.
No, we start out with the D6.
You have a D6 lifestyle, and then you get to use your wild die, and you can use bennies. It's just like any other trait check, except it's not actually a trait. It doesn't have any skills associated with it. So you declare whether you're going to maintain, which D6 is getting by. That's a single room apartment. It's like a studio apartment, mostly food, but maybe once a month you can go out and get something nice to eat at a 3-star restaurant or something like that. And that's D6. That's getting by. You can declare that I'm going to live it up. You want to try to live a higher lifestyle. And I've decided to add in that if you do live that higher lifestyle, you get to add a bonus to your reputation, your street rep, because you're living large, right? I mean, you're showing the world, hey, look at me, I'm living large kind of thing. You don't have to, but if you do want to live above your means, it's like you're crashing somebody's apartment that took a month-long vacation or something, or you have a friend who has a friend who's like, hey man, my parents are out of town, come, take advantage of our luxury penthouse kind of thing. You could declare that you want to live above your means and your wealth check is at a -2. Or you can declare that you're going to live below your means. You can say, well, I'm going to drop down to a D4. You get a +2 to the roll. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, you still get your D6, but you're dropping down to the level that a D4 is, and that's struggling, I think. I think I had that posted. Let me pull that back up again so I can find that. Let's see. It's way up here. Yeah, here's this lifestyles table. So a D4 is barely enough. Now you still get to roll your D6, but you get to add a +2 if you want to do a barely enough lifestyle. So you're saying, look, I'm living low right now. I'm trying to save.
Total.
Now there is a mechanic.
Yeah, I'm just double checking.
If you get a raise, because the target numbers are 4, unless you go above or below your means. If you get a raise, you get to have a point of savings for every raise. You can make a note of that on your character sheet. And the savings can actually help you if you fail a roll. So like if you roll and you fail, you can say, well, I'm going to spend a point of savings and get, and bring that up, right?
How do you increase your lifestyle? How do you get from a D6 to a D8?
How do you get from a D6 to a D8? So the general rule of thumb that Interface Zero is saying is that every time you go up in a level, like seasoned to veteran, that you get to increase your lifestyle. So if you're, a novice is a D6, seasoned would be a D8, and then veteran would be a D10. I don't know if I necessarily want to use that mechanic, but for right now, let's say that if you accumulate enough funds, you can buy the next level. You can say, look, I'm gonna spend however many credits, I haven't decided yet, and I want to go up from a D6 to a D8. Now you don't have to keep spending that every month, but you can then roll a D8 from that point on because you invested in a better house or a nicer set of clothes or something like that, and it's letting you live a higher lifestyle. But for right now, everybody's got a D6.
Cool.
So I will start, as always, with my immediate left. And Leo, since you just lost your job, do you want to live within your means and roll a D6 with your wild die, or do you want to live above or below? You want to live it up and show your new girlfriend that,
No, I'm being realistic about this. I'll take that D4 plus 2.
Okay, so you're going to drop down. Now, remember, barely enough is you suffer a -2 on natural healing rolls, and you get the ugly hindrance until your lifestyle improves.
Okay, let's see what happens. D6 on both, baby.
Okay, so you're going to maintain. For once, Ben doesn't explode.
Do we roll the wild die with us?
Yes.
Okay.
And
11.
either one can explode. Okay, so you get a raise. So you get a point of savings. So not only did you maintain, make a note on your character sheet, make a new box savings and put a 1. Okay, so Kaon,
Yes.
Brick this roll.
you gonna
Brick this
maintain?
roll. Oh, we got explode.
7.
Okay, so you don't get a raise, but you do maintain. So no extra funds are spent. You're doing good. You're maintaining where you were before.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he'd lived lavishly after the put down. That
Right.
He had this
Right. Okay.
So he was going to and then failed miserably.
Since we don't really have an introduction yet to Matt's new character, and Neshoba has gone deep cover, we're not going to worry about Matt rolling it right now. We'll worry about that when his character is more integrated. So, Jailbait.
She's going to maintain this.
Okay. Now, this, of course, is to also help your grandmother live her lifestyle. So,
Does that have any effect on me at all?
what do you mean? Maintaining
Obligation.
it?
Would obligation have anything on that?
You really should have some. It is a hindrance. And we really need to gain that. We need, maybe so we say, because you're maintaining with your grandmother, you're at a -1 to your roll.
Well, good, because I rolled a 5, which would be 4.
Okay, right. So you barely
Now
passed.
that I've taken that,
You were having,
I'm gonna go
well, you
through
weren't
all my
taking your winnings from your
every
pit
game
fight,
from here on
pit
out
fighting.
because I have.
Your fit fighting.
Well, I didn't know how that would apply.
Right.
So I didn't worry
Take
about it.
So when y'all get a job and you get extra creds, that doesn't go toward your lifestyle. That
Okay.
goes toward stuff you want to buy.
not a bad
Your
idea.
lifestyle no longer takes money.
Can you apply it to them?
What do you mean? Can you take your money and try to purchase
So
it?
let's say I had we got a huge payday and we got
Right.
like 10,000 credits.
Right.
Whatever. Can we apply that to our lifestyle? I mean, maybe once
I
you
might
realize
give you
how
a
much it
bonus.
is to buy it is.
Right. I might give you a bonus to the roll if you want to spend some of your creds on maintaining.
Can you spend accumulated funds from jobs on savings?
Sure. I'm going to come up with that mechanic. That wasn't outlined in the rules, but I can
Right.
certainly
I like
do
that plan too.
So you could be like, if you get 10 grand for a job, can I
We'll
take?
almost sock it away in savings. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
Like $2,000 for every point or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm
I
absolutely
figured
open.
there'll be a threshold that
Right.
you got to hit to.
I just didn't want y'all to have to think about, oh my God, I got to go get a job, so I got to pay my rent. I
Like
just,
if you set it at like
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
if you set it at like 2,000 for a point of savings, you could look down and say, oh, I got 3 points of savings. That means I got 6,000.
exactly. And that way, maybe a fail isn't such a bad thing because you can spend a point of savings. Now, if you crit fail, you go down 2 levels. There was some
2,000
sort of, there was some sort of financial disaster that you
I
got
wanted
nailed
Travis
with.
to brick his roll so hard.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That
So,
would have just been icing on the cake, wouldn't it?
jailbait
Yeah, Ben.
has
He
to
was
support her
already
grandmother.
having a
That's an
bad week.
obligation. I'll say that's a -1.
Yes.
So, Arla, you going to maintain? You're going to live above or below? And of course, you have to declare before you roll.
I'm still take blood, so I've got that.
So what Arlo wants to do is
You need some dice, buddy?
we need to
Fund the church.
fund the Church of Arlo, and then so we're gonna apply for church status with the state, letting them know that exactly, Our Lady of Perpetual Exemption.
It's 1042 BJ.
Our Lady of Perpetual Exemption.
So that's what we're shooting for.
Arlo Austin.
So does that mean above or below?
Right. So I don't want to take the ugly, but other than that, I'm perfectly fine with everything else. But I don't want to be ugly. I gotta convert people. So I have to for Arlo.
Arlo to go to
I
ugly
have
is
to
not
go
much of a
to
threshold.
Normal, non-stink. I will have to have.
Stink.
I have to have like access to a regular sonic shower facility or
Right.
something of that nature, which
Regular
is
bathing.
devastating to me as a player. So I will.
This is the guy that walks around in a green trench coat and his tidy whities, and that's about
Exactly.
it.
Well, now it's a
Change
white
that.
robe that I have to maintain the whiteness,
Right.
so I can't just let it get dingy. Because I'm a holy man now, so I have to. And we all know that the color white is the holiest of colors.
Right.
So I have to. Have wash facilities.
Gotcha. So you're going to maintain. You're going to roll
yeah.
D6.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
So I rolled.
Thank you for the
5.
explanation.
yeah, really.
I wanted you guys to know.
Yeah, gotcha.
My eternal torment.
Gotcha.
Make sure you don't want to go a step above so you can properly start letting people know about the church so they can be aware. Because if you're just
Look, I'm not Joel
because if
Osteen,
you're-
okay?
no,
I haven't.
that's
Don't
I haven't-
don't feed
that's
it.
two
man.
levels.
Don't
gotten
feed
it
it.
far
If you're just gonna do
Don't
one
feed it.
level, Joel Osteen's two
right
levels.
now.
You need one level.
Shut up, music. Shut up, music.
That would be a mean
So,
to me.
what did you roll?
A 5.
You find okay, so you passed. Didn't get any raises, so you have no savings built up.
Enough people felt bad for me that they threw
We should
money.
have,
Right, they threw
we
money.
should have like iPad, like who was we just talking about? Dave Chappelle had. I had that like the Oscars when they want you to shut up to have the music. He had it on iPad
Wrap it
on
up,
the date. He put it on the table so you can stop talking. We need that for Ben.
Okay. So we are now
Love you,
ready.
Ben.
No, you don't.
Yes, we
You're a
did.
mean person.
Love you, mean it, sir.
You're a dick.
All right. So everybody's doing their life. You're doing your thing. You know, there's a lot of quote unquote downtime in this right now, and then until we hit the next big rush of adventure. But that downtime is coming to an end. So Jailbait, you get a message on your phone.
Yes.
We had to retcon something. Jailbait should not have been able to drive the motorcycle that they liberated from the Go Gang because it would have taken a tap to operate it. So she didn't do that. But we're just gonna gloss over that.
Well,
We're
I
gonna
mean, I
move
did
on.
lose 2,000 creds off of it, so
Right. So yeah, because you gave money to Neshoba and then he scarpered. You know,
Yeah.
he took off.
I'm not going to bash Native Americans.
So anyway, Jailbait, you get a message.
Yes.
A little ding.
Yes.
Notification box from Sister Karma.
All right. Yes, Sister Karma.
Right.
Did you get your knife back before you went to the underworld?
No. I'll be back.
That's going to be one of our missions. He's going to hire us to get his damn knife back.
Right.
We're just gonna walk in, knock him out, take his knife, take it, drop it down. Fucking 86 floors.
Easy money.
So it's basically, are you available?
Well, I'm single.
Whoa.
She replies, not my type. You,
Yes. I'm currently not working.
so she basically sends you the equivalent of a FaceTime call.
Okay.
Which of course you're having to take on your phone.
Yes.
And she appears in front of you in a VR form, you know.
Right.
And she's like, so, haven't been able to get a hold of Neshoba.
The last I heard, he went on Walkabout. Spirit Quest. It's a Navajo thing. He's gone.
She looks a little concerned, but not very. And she's like, well, it's not really my practice to employ minors, but everything I know says that you did pretty good in that last job. So I'm going to extend it to you.
Shiny.
So I got a job and I need a team, or you're going to need a team.
Oh, okay. This just went downhill very quickly.
Open that Rolodex.
So she's like, it involves minimal risk, but potential danger. Are you in?
Sure.
Okay. So she sends you the specs and says, get back to me in an hour to tell me if you're going to take the job.
Okay.
All right. So basically, she sends you an image of
Are you going to send me a message? Oh, you can even
this guy.
He screams drug cartel.
Geraldo Amanda Maciel, aka the Serpent. So this guy is a genetic engineer who used to work for Chimera down in Brazil. Chimera is one of the biggest mega corporations in the world, and they are primarily focused on biogenetics.
My bad.
Right, a little bit of lag there.
Yeah, there's about 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah,
something like
okay.
that.
So he is an ex, or at least he's an ex Chimera employee. According to her file, he was dismissed from Chimera for unethical practices. That's kind of like being cashiered out of the Marines for being too aggressive. So he was dismissed for unethical practices, and according to the data that she has, he moved to Chicago from Sao Paulo, Brazil. She needs a DNA sample from the serpent.
Okay.
But
we
all
don't
she can
necessarily-
tell you, all she knows is that he is heavy into blood sports.
Okay.
That's the biggest lead she can give you. Otherwise, she wouldn't be contacting you.
Now what Jailbait did over now was her last fight. Would that be considered a blood sport since it was technically full on combat, or more
Not so
serious
much-
than
no,
that?
that's more serious. Blood sport, as in things die.
Okay, but to the death,
Yes, these are
Okay.
illegal. Yours was
sanctioned. Or
sanctioned in the sense that people don't die.
yes.
It was really supposed to be just the first blood.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, yeah. So
no kids, they don't
she is willing to offer 500 crypto for the team, for his location, if you can pinpoint his location. Another 500 if you can. Well, she'll up it to 1,000 if you can give her his residence. Where does he live? And she'll give you 500 each to your team if you can get a DNA sample.
So we get 500 for finding him.
But for the whole team, 500 together, and then 1,000 for the team to get his, where he lives.
right.
But then 500 per person on the team within limits. She's not expecting to go out and
Understand.
hire all of Ravenlock
Understand.
security. If you can get a DNA sample without him knowing.
Okay.
He has to stay alive this time. She does, Devorin would have been much more useful alive, but you got what she's needed. So
Well, yeah, she didn't. She
she did not
didn't care.
specify. She did say alive or dead. They just needed
So he needs
that.
to be alive.
Right. So delivering his head technically fulfilled the mission, but she would have preferred he be alive. So this time she's saying, yes, we don't need him to be aware that you got the DNA sample. He needs to stay alive. That's why we need
Oh,
to know.
okay. So, cool.
Okay.
Gotcha.
If you want to take the job, it's there and available.
Sure.
So 1,500 to divide however many people you're going to hire, and another 500 per person that you want to, let in on the team. Up to 5. So 2,500 total.
You should mess Hero up and just say, I don't like this job. Give me a different one.
No, I can't do that to him after. I gotta be nice.
Yeah.
She
Rail
will,
him 2 weeks in a row. I can't take it anymore. And he flips it 2 weeks.
she will say dope, and we'll take it. Can she send all this to me in a format that she can read?
Yeah. I mean, that's basically what she's already sent you.
Okay.
God, fucking kids. Jesus Christ. Look at the fucking shit.
You're not even going to get invited.
Okay, I'm probably banging your mom.
Now,
My mom's dead.
Makes she can't say no. Super dark, super quick.
now, I don't necessarily like giving all the advice, but I will tell you that Leo would be able to tell you how to easily get a DNA sample. I know some of y'all's dark deviant minds started going down certain paths, and there's a whole lot of different ways to get a DNA sample than what y'all are probably thinking.
No, she wasn't thinking anything.
Right. I know some of you were. You just
looked
weren't
around the
verbalizing it. You just weren't saying it. Okay. But she can certainly.
Look at Leo could gargle it. We get it that way. Spit it in the container.
Sorry.
Might be busy.
But anyway,
yeah.
there's the job.
Okay. Cool.
Payment upon completion.
Okay.
Smart one.
Is there a time frame? I'm assuming ASAP.
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll give you a bonus of 1,000 if you get it done in a week.
Okay.
Hasty.
Easy. All right. Cool. So, okay. She will call. She will flip through her phone thing.
This is obviously a picture of Geraldo before he left Brazil on vacation.
She will call.
Chicago does things to people.
Yeah.
It's also butt ass cold here.
Yeah. In January. Oh yeah.
January. So our first call will be to Greaser,
Okay.
and
So maybe we need to elaborate a little bit on that.
I'll let it go, man.
Okay. So your first call.
oh, okay,
is
no,
to-
that's fine. I thought you was getting ready to say something.
No. I'm good.
So do you answer the phone?
Might be busy. Yes, I answer the phone.
Your nickname is Greaser already?
Orale, hermanita! I have known you a long time.
So she will call you Yodai, which is basically Japanese for brother.
Yeah.
And she says, I have a job that might be tailored for you. I
Oh, yeah?
need somebody who is familiar with blood sports.
Oh, you're talking my language.
Oh, I know you like the violent stuff. So, and
Is this a snatch and grab or a?
it's weird. We need a DNA sample.
Oh, you know, I like it strange.
Yes. So we need to get a DNA sample from a guy. He's supposed to fancy the blood sports.
Ooh.
And
Well, there is a fight coming up very soon.
well, maybe he'll be there.
Maybe he will.
Yes.
You got the name?
Yes. Geraldo Amanda Marcia.
Maciel.
Marcial.
Yeah, he's
They
having
call
to
him
read
the
it
serpent.
upside down. We'll forgive him.
Would I know him?
Did you give him the nickname?
Yeah, the serpent. I said they
Yeah.
call him the
They
serpent.
call him the Serpent. Make a
Does
common
he have any
knowledge.
outstanding features like a serpent tattoo, or is it just one?
Yeah, like a huge one that starts on his chest or stomach and works its way up around his neck, back around, and then shows up on the front of the other side.
So
of
it wouldn't be on his arms or nothing.
No.
Okay.
Not.
9. Yes. You know of the Serpent, whether it's Geraldo Maciel or Amanda Maciel, but that guy is big in sponsoring beasties in a particular type of blood sport.
Is he? Would I consider him dangerous?
Well, he's wealthy.
Have I ever?
and
Have I ever? I don't even have to met him, but have I ever seen him in person?
not necessarily seen him in person, but you've definitely, with a 9 as a raise, you've definitely heard stories that people that have crossed him have ended up as genetic material.
How long?
So, all right. So when's the next fight?
Maybe a year.
When's the next sponsored fight?
As a matter of fact, hold on just a second. I was going to tell you. I'm using a app on or a website online. The 2089 calendar. So the next fight will be next Thursday. This is Monday the 31st. The date will be Friday or February 3rd on a Thursday.
So just a handful of days, less than a week.
Wait, Thursday or you said next Thursday? Do you mean
No,
this,
that's in
this
the,
Thursday?
this coming Thursday, the 3rd. Today is the 31st of January. That's why you had to make your lifestyle checked.
Sheikah, this man's bad news. He's got a deep pocket, and he hangs out with a rough crowd. But I know where to find him. In about 4 days, he have a sponsor fight in the pits.
Oh, well, we're getting a little bit of money for location. We get more money if we get an address. I got a man who might be able to do that. But my contract on it's DNA sample.
You gonna cut me in on this job?
Absolutely.
I'll bring you a grape snow cone after work. We talk about.
Gucci. And she'll send him her digits,
Okay.
which was her
I feel
address.
bad for your employees at your store because I feel like you're going to start slipping up and start doing this at work.
Gucci. Gucci. He's going to say Gucci and they're going to look at him like,
They're all going to look at you, and I'm going to just call next week. He's like, "Is he doing it?" Like, how'd you know? It's like, it's Kevin.
So her next call will be to Arlen.
okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention they also will pay you for data if you can penetrate his data storage.
Ooh.
Well, that's cool. So,
I had it written there. I just completely
so
skipped
the
over
next
that part.
call will be to Arlen.
Okay.
Are you answering the phone, or are you going to give me some of them weird, cash credit app thingies that pay $100, whatever?
Well, 50 credits for unblurred images.
Thank you for calling Prophet Arlo Helpline. This is your personal spiritual representative, Prophet Arlo.
How may I assist your spiritual needs for today?
My spiritual needs would be your hacking expertise.
We're gonna go fight the man today. Let's do it.
So I will basically explain to you the job. We need to try to find a man's address, and they also want to hack a system and get some information.
Excellent. How much is gonna be donated to the church?
How much? Well, you can donate all your proceeds to the church.
Excellent. How much proceeds is coming towards the Prophet Arlo?
You're guaranteed. We're getting paid. Is there any extra for the information
Yeah, it was another 1,000.
for everybody, or just?
But who? Yeah, no, one time, 1,000 for the whole group if you got the access to his
So we're
data
getting
file.
2,500 for the group if we get everything, and everybody's getting 500. Is my math right? Is that right?
Yeah.
So
Sounds like about 1,000 if you divide.
yeah. So if
2,500
everything
by five.
goes well, you'll get 1,000 to your church.
Excellent. And I'm not okay with DNA.
Well,
But I'll do the stuff.
you don't have to do the DNA.
Ah, thank you.
Having Gorilla Man.
We've closed. We've closed that door. We're into the next chapter of our lives, sir.
Ma'am.
Ma'am. It's the Japanese. I don't understand it.
They all look the same, right?
Small hands. Breath smells like cabbage.
Oh my God.
Let's just offend every group.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
Yeah, we just dropped a viewer. Yep.
So her
sorry,
next
Anthony.
call will be to Leo.
Okay.
Basically same spiel. They need this guy's location, his address. I've already got Arlo. He's going to try to hack into his system.
Leave this as a voicemail.
Oh, you'll answer your phone, I guess.
You didn't ask me.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
asking
he
you.
said I'd call Leo.
So I'm calling Leo. Are you going to answer your phone?
Thank you.
Since how he's unemployed, he's got lots of time on his
I
hands.
might be busy with my girlfriend.
Well, that's true.
You just tell me
Yeah, I'll
what I
pick
do.
up. What's up?
Is she paying your bills now?
Yes, it's about split them all.
With enough DPM, they offer to pay it. That's it.
You are not wrong.
Pull boss and apply DPM.
So anyhow,
Yes.
he'll give you all the same information.
Gotcha.
And the big kicker is what they really want top prize is DNA off this guy.
Now I'll explain to you, like, it's hard to get easy, quick DNA without them knowing. Period. Like, usually for a good DNA sample, you got to get from inside their body, which
But-
means a needle. But
In today's world, and I meant to send this to you as a message. I'm sorry. A glass that he's used has his.
That's what I was
saliva
thinking, like a
on it.
wine glass or
you
something.
don't need like actual. You just like
Of saliva.
You need a
has-
blood
that- when they do
sample.
it, when they do a
cheek
cheek
like, we
swab.
need like a hardcore.
No,
DNA match.
like saliva on a cup or
Oh, dude, we
glass.
could do this cop shit, man. We could get-
An
that would
article.
not
Here's a
be-
styrofoam cup full of
An
coffee.
unwashed
Drink
article
this.
of clothing that he's been wearing.
Oh, this is so crazy
A
now.
chair that he's been
Well, it ain't gonna be that
maybe
easy,
sitting in. That's not a guarantee. There are even pieces of kit now
Does he
that
have
are.
hair or is it easy bald?
No, he
Well, it
look,
looks
that's
like
the
he's got
picture.
plenty of hair.
Well, I was double checking.
They actually have
Brush.
they have a piece of kit now called a DNA sniffer
Okay.
that you literally all you have to do is get within about 10 feet of him as long as he's not surrounded by a bunch of other people, and you can literally just vacuum some of the air, and hair or skin flakes that are floating in the air can have his DNA on it.
That's
That's actually a thing right now.
So if he's around, let's say 3
Okay.
people, I would have 4 samples, and that would be okay.
You'd have to be able to identify which one was him. But like I said, if there was no one else around him, if you can get within 10 feet of him, you could probably get just a quick suck of air. And the chances are there's some of his skin cells that are floating in the air around him.
If you're closer to him and it's just the two of you and walking by,
Possibly.
like I know mine.
Yeah. You know yours.
Mike. Or you could sacrifice Arlo, give him some buzzers, and just be like, Arlo, go to
I mean, there are a variety of
real
methods.
fast.
And of course, you can always go back on the tried and true and how they got Bill Clinton, but I wasn't going to go down that path.
I'm not gonna make Arlo go down that path.
Right.
I want to make sure the church has a strong
Arlo's got to get
foundation.
the DNA sample.
We don't need to have him subverting
A D
for
in
his
and all.
cause.
Terrible.
Just,
Okay.
just don't swallow, okay?
In the count of
Just
sex.
close your eyes and suck it out of a hose. That doesn't sound so bad.
Anyway, there are a variety of methods. The kit based ones, the mechanical based ones, you would have a better chance as Leo, the med tech, of operating those
Okay.
and probably running the diagnostic program that would identify them.
And I'll explain that too. It's like, if you can give me one of those, I could probably help you out. That'd be the easiest way without him knowing.
You mean you can get you one of them?
Well, if
I
it's,
don't know what I'm getting.
so this is how you use your street rep.
I'll send you a picture of the part and everything, like Amazon link. Here you go.
Well, how you use your street rep to get equipment you might not normally have access to is you roll your street rep, whatever your die is, plus your wild die. And depending upon, normally it's a 4, but depending upon how rare and expensive and, illegal the equipment is, you can make a connection and say, hey, I need one of these. You roll your street rep and you get access to it. It's a borrow thing. You don't get to keep it.
I'm not.
Oh, you borrow.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's like you borrowing my truck all the time.
Oh, I got you.
For the stream, Kevin doesn't own a truck. And whenever he asks me to help him move something, I'm like, why don't you get a truck? And he says, because you have one.
That's
That's absolutely true. Yeah.
Honestly, that's why you bought a truck.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have one day, and you're like, hey, I'll get you later tonight. It's like, oh, I need it now. And you got a truck like a month later.
I can't go back to life without a truck.
Well, and he
You
had been riding with me for a while over to Kevin's house in Festus.
Yeah,
and it was like,
300%, like, it
dude, you got to have a truck.
Yeah.
makes so much. And the best part
You don't
is,
have to have a truck. You have to have friends.
Friends with a truck. Right.
It's
So
like
anyway,
you don't have to have a gaming table. You have to have friends with a game.
that's true. Yeah. I got nothing like this. Matt's table is awesome.
yeah, my table is 2 3x3 table that flip over and put together, and then put everything on it.
That's it. That's all that matters.
So anyway, yeah, that's how street rep works. You can use it to borrow something you might not otherwise have access to. Now, if you break it, lose it, whatever, well, then there's how do you deal with somebody you had a connection to and you didn't bring their toys back? But that's how you can use street rep. Now, the problem is if you burn it, then it kind of goes down one. But that's
What do you
okay
mean- what do you
because
mean
you could
burn?
In other words, if you roll and you fail, it goes down one.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So my street rep is now a D6 plus 2.
Right, that first roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is your specialization. I'm delegating.
Oh, you want me to burn my street rep for your mission with
It's
no...
not. It's our mission. I'm not getting. I'm
this
splitting
is
all
player
this even.
negotiation.
You're getting an even cut.
How much is the cut?
You'd be $1,000 if every 1,000 credits if everything goes right.
Yeah, I could upgrade to the HBO sports season. Start back up.
ESPN 397 and their
Ocho.
NFL Sunday ticket.
ESPN, the
The
Ocho.
Ocho. Yeah.
How many different ESPNs are there?
We're on the Ocho.
So I will then call Kayon
Right.
and says we will probably need somebody pretty. Also,
Well-
you have a van.
And Neshoba, sorry. Reven would know that the fight is going to be in the Gary Hell Zone, which is like on the other side of the Chicago metropolis. This is literally.
Well, I
it's-
figured we'd have to have a van.
Yeah, and you're going to need
We're
transportation.
gonna make a
down there.
night out of it, baby.
I'm all for that.
This ain't just a job. We're gonna go have a good time.
But I also figure we'll need a face person to get in there. Somebody to say like, hey,
Somebody who can smooth and sweet talk their
yes,
way.
because I know you're
You know,
fairly good at that.
after the week that I've had, I'll do it just to get the fuck out of the house.
So I
Vámonos, let's
I will set up a meeting
Okay.
at the whatever the hell, the 82nd floor food court, whatever the fuck
Right.
they have. I will make sure that invite.
Okay, so everybody is invited to the Hoffman Estates.
Hoffman States. I
Right,
think
the
it is.
Hoffman
The snack
Estates
bar.
Hive. Yeah.
The snack.
On the 82nd floor, the mall.
Yes.
You know,
and
the
this will
snack
be
bar.
set for. Since we're kind of on a time frame, this will be set for the next day.
Gotcha. All right. So that would be February 1st, 2089. Okay. Well, you've already made your lifestyle checks. Everybody's cool with that. So you don't need to worry about that. All right. So anybody got anything they want to do before we take care of that business?
I want a couple of details I want to iron out about the fight.
Sure.
Is it invitation?
No.
It's not invitation. Okay.
Just pay
there-
to enter.
Is there? Okay, that's my next question. What's the door charge?
50.
50.
Follow-up question: are they looking for extra
50 credits per person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they looking for extra medics just in case because it is a fight? No. Okay. I'm just.
They don't worry about
So
resuscitating
this is,
losers.
so this is like this is a blood sport fight.
This is absolutely a pit fight.
Are there weapon checks?
Not so much.
I would assume I've been to a few of these.
Not this one. This one is more. I mean, okay. So how would I say this? So, the Gary Hell Zone is basically no law whatsoever. No cops, no security forces go into this place. It
is
is
the Wild
dangerous
West.
just to get in there. But if you can get in there, you pay some creds. The people who put them on, they're not the ones in danger. It's the people who watch that are in danger. They don't really care. The producers, the sponsors of the fight, they make money from people coming in, and they make money. It's like gladiator fights. They're literally modern day gladiator fights. So they make money off of betting and running their own schemes, and they make money off of getting the bloodthirsty to come in and pay. And if the bloodthirsty get hurt in a fight they don't care. That's just extra entertainment.
So I'm a ping Seco. Do I need to bring anything special? Gun gear, extra gas?
We'll talk. I mean, I truly, I got a guy coming who knows about what this place looks like. I've never been there.
Cool.
So we'll find out at the meeting. But right now, I have no idea. Truly. I got no clue.
Where are we gonna meet up? We're gonna meet up.
Wait, oh, that's right. You've never been there.
Right.
So I'll give you the address of Hoppin Estates, 82nd floor, the food court.
Cool.
10 o'clock in the morning.
Am I taking you and the crew, or we gonna meet there?
We're going to meet there. I got a new guy coming in, a friend of mine from years ago. And from there, we'll decide what we want to do. Time is of the essence. So if we don't leave that day, we will leave later.
Cool.
I do want to try to get something that might help us, maybe.
So he said it was Sunday.
Ping me when you're ready.
He said the current day was Sunday, right?
Monday the 31st.
Monday. You said
Thursday
you wanted to
the
meet the
3rd.
next day. That's Tuesday. Fight's not till Thursday,
Right.
so we got time.
Well, I know, but time is of the essence. But I want to try to.
Hit that bonus.
I'm
I get you.
not using my plus because it's a one-time use plus.
Okay.
So I have an 11 on my.
So so what Leo does is bank a little bit of it, or dang it, sorry, brain fart. He capitalizes on a little bit of his street cred, and you are able to secure a tricorder like device. It's a small handheld little with a little like suction cup looking thing, and all you need to do is get the target essentially alone, nobody around them, within about 10 feet.
How many
you can,
different samples does this thing contain?
you mean, in other words, how many can it hold before it's overloaded?
Yes.
About 10.
Gotcha. I'm all for redundancy. So if I can get one sample and then try and get another one,
Yeah, more is
just in case he's with the group.
Yes.
That way he's going to be the overlapping one.
So at 10 o'clock Tuesday morning, I want everybody to meet at the food court.
Gotcha. Everybody, you want me to throw the food court map up?
You can, it doesn't matter.
I mean,
we can.
I mean, you can imagine it because I've already
we can
pulled up a
theater
different
of the
map.
mind,
Right,
whatever.
right. You're theater of the minding it. Okay. So yeah, everybody is meeting at a table in the food court.
So I would like to that.
Now, none of them know.
Oh no, they don't.
Yeah.
So that Monday, before we meet, as soon as she calls and talks to me, I would like to try to order for me a dress, something very slinky and looks like arm candy.
Okay. Sure, no problem. There's no attempt at it. You can find it.
Okay, can I
It's
have it?
delivered by drone.
Oh, can I have it the same day?
Same hour, probably.
Even better.
Yeah,
How much-
dude, they can
how much-
3D print that shit.
How much? How much do I need to do?
25 credits if you just want it today.
The whole dress at 25?
Yeah. Dude, it's just 3D printed off of fibers. It's nothing fancy.
Can I
If
get
you
it
want
now?
it handmade, sewn out of
Well, no,
real
but I
natural
want
fibers,
something that's going to attract attention.
25 crypto.
Okay, that's cool.
I mean, they've
I was
got-
just expecting it to be more than
yeah,
that.
they've got 3D printers set up everywhere. You know, Amazon has.
Well, I mean, I know, but
Yeah.
okay.
But it's literally there's like the roof of Hoffman Estates has a access point for drones. Drones are constantly coming in and out doing deliveries of anything and everything. Think Amazon on crack.
I understand. I mean, I totally get it. I was just expecting it to be
Yeah,
more.
no, 25 crypto for I mean, it looks great, but also understand that it's probably very much recycled plastic fibers.
So we see the
Can you
guy?
pay?
Can you show the stream of the guy?
Can I show the stream the guy? Sure, if you want me to. I don't.
Can I mean, can you pay more to get a nicer dress?
Yes. You can get one that is actually all the way up to like real fibers made on a machine or sewn by hand. That's probably going to cost you close to $3,000.
I don't want $3,000.
Right.
I was thinking 100 range.
Well, you tell me what you want to spend and
I'm thinking 100 range.
100. Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn, that's a nice dress.
What's
So let me
flash? I mean, she wants to
let me
catch
throw-
attention.
okay.
Isn't she
now-
like 16?
yeah, here we go.
Doesn't matter.
So that is a picture of Geraldo, Amanda, Maciel, the serpent. As soon as the controls, disappeared. Why is it doing that?
There we go. Now they can see it.
Now they can see it. Okay, yeah. All right. There. So I just waited for the little toolbar to disappear. So yes, this is their target. All right. Yes, Jailbait, you can absolutely order 100 crypto dress. That's
Awesome.
not a problem.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yep. Okay. So you have it before your meeting on Tuesday morning. Okay.
Even better.
Now I was going to show a picture of your new character. Let me grab that right quick.
Please have a tattoo on his face.
Have a shirt with that one button at the top.
Oh my God, yeah.
A cholo?
He's gotta,
Gotta be
he's
a
gotta have a
cholo?
plano, and he's gotta have he's got like a teardrop. Just one teardrop, please.
Oh, he's gonna have the shaved eyebrow. And
Yes.
like the,
Cuts in the eyebrow.
Perfectly
Yeah.
cut haircut.
Look like I've never made a child support payment on time.
yes.
You make that sound like a bad thing, sir.
Actually, let me do this. The image I had was not a really good one. Let me do this real quick.
In 17. I haven't made
In
one
that
yet.
it was too small.
you got fucking lucky. I pay
I'll just do this. And
Oh, kid.
dismiss.
Oh, the child support
And
one's on the- play on my table. That's what it says.
ooh, wow. Ooh, he's so pretty.
Oh, hi, Marty. What do you want for child support?
He is so pretty. So when y'all show up at the food court snack bar with Jailbait, now are you dressed up in your nice new slinky?
Oh no, she's wearing sweatpants.
Okay. I was gonna say, where are you buying this dress for?
Her hair's up and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You know,
Gotcha.
hair's up in a dirty
So
bun.
this
Rolled
guy
out of bed.
shows up.
Excuse me.
He's there with Jailbait.
Yeah. Well, when she sees him, she'll run up and hug him.
Right.
When did this turn into Metal Gear Solid?
When was Solid Snake Mexican?
I mean, you never know. So there was the off-brand. Wasn't it like wasn't his name like Raven or something? The blonde haired Raiden. That's it. Yeah. But you never know. They
So,
could
yeah,
have been a
so the
Mexican
stream can
version
see
too.
that too. Yeah.
So he shows up, but he's not wearing that.
No.
His hair's pulled back in a messy bun on the back of his head, and he's wearing a white button-up shirt that at the top of it says Guapo Taco,
Nice.
and he's wearing a set of just black polyester work pants and a set of boots, and he's got a super Mondo extra large cup in his hand.
Right.
And I will,
Used to have one like that.
yeah, like the ones you get at the gas station that are
Like
17,
the 64 ounce.
the
big gulps.
64 ounce, yeah.
64.
And he'll pick Jailbait up off the ground and spin her around, and he'll say, "It's great for you.
Oh,
It's got 2 shots of sour and a strawberry on top,
Oh,
just
yeah.
how you like it."
yeah, she keeps him on the
The
cheek.
cup is almost as big as Jailbait.
It is. It's like,
6'5",
it's
6'6",
basically the stall.
no.
It's huge.
So she will introduce everybody.
Okay.
She also has a package for you. She has a package for you.
I like
So yours is pajamas.
packaging.
Explain to you. They're typical dad pajamas, bottoms buttoned up top, and slippery. Something fancy. She just got tired of looking
Suburban
at you.
mom, suburban dad pajamas. Huh? Yeah.
She got you a very nice leather
Does he get a
jacket.
pair of New Balance tennis shoes?
Indeed.
Hey.
Thank you, Seko. Right.
Okay. So Leo shows up, not wearing executive
I like
response gear.
tacos too, bro.
Yeah. ¿Qué pasó?
Some joggers and
So
shirt.
when y'all read the little news blurbs that I saw you put them on on our
That was
Twitch
epic,
stream.
by the way, sir.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
it.
So I put some little news blurbs for the players to read, and Matt took them and used some awesome voice technology, and he did recordings of them as if they were little news bites. And one of them, Ratman Jack,
Ratman Jack. He was so
described
cool.
the boys in red, the C-dubs in red, and I don't know if y'all caught all the references. C-dub stands for CW, contract workers, and because they wear the red kind of EMT gear, the C-dubs in red are executive response med teams. So that's who he was talking to when they found Devorin headless. And so that's what Leo, I'm assuming you came in that last time because you were heading into work when you came to the meeting
Yeah.
the last time. But yeah, he's not
I was
wearing it
picturing
today.
him in blue, but
I was blue as well.
It's like I see it in my head like red with the white, sleeve
Right.
markers and little name tags and the little,
Reflective
caducees with
stripes.
the almost like a candy striper, except not quite as pronounced. But anyway, so he's not wearing the executive response gear this time. But
Well, we really have only seen you once, right?
I mean, you've seen me around, but for like the last 2 weeks, I haven't worn it at all.
Okay.
Like I just would lounge around and do my own thing.
So Leo's there, Kaon's there, Arlo's there, everybody's there. Okay.
So I will introduce everybody, and I mean,
to you.
so I mean, I
What's up,
don't.
man?
So like I said,
That
Arlo.
van fixed?
The Prophet Arlo.
Excuse me, the prophet Arlo.
Paint
You roll your eyes.
Arlo still owes me money.
So we need the gentleman's address
Bet he still has that
if we can
idiot
find it.
tag.
I don't really know how to
Probably
find it
does.
other than
Bet that guy
pickpocketing.
show
But
up at nowhere.
we also need to try to hack the system. So I'm hoping you could be able to get into that.
What do we want to get from him if I hack him?
As much information as we can. It was very unspecific. Apparently, this guy is like he got kicked out of his company for being too nasty, and apparently he's into genetic.
He's a genetic engineer, and he was fired from the company for unethical practices.
Yeah, so
And to get fired from Chimera for unethical practices, like I said, I mean,
did we ever find out who my dad worked for?
not yet.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, we're
I'm
working-
just making sure it wasn't Chimera.
No.
So anyway, but yeah, so we need to try to find out where this guy is staying, and we also need to try to infiltrate his system, and I guess download whatever nasty shit he's working on.
Now, Kaon, make a common knowledge check.
So Leo, I need your help in getting the DNA because you know how.
No problem. I got you covered.
And Kaon,
You get +2 on this because of who you are.
you're doing shit. So basically, your job is to get us there, give us the layout of everywhere, and I need leadership. She ain't.
Biosolutions is a subsidiary of Chimera.
Okay.
She's very
It's their
uncomfortable being in this
Chicago
position.
branch, basically.
All right.
If you remember the significance of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. So
I don't know if you have to be on site to do what you need to do. If you can do it from the van.
Yeah, I replied.
Okay.
So you guys said we're taking down like Biosolutions, Chimera, and shit like that,
Didn't
right?
The guy works for Chimera. I don't know anything about biosolutions. True.
Like I'm trying to do what I can to knock that shit out. Like my parents are part of that shit. They fucked me up.
Well, I
They
mean,
bought
this
out my
might tie into
garage,
it.
all that
I mean,
shit.
she honestly doesn't know.
Oh.
She just knows this is a paying gig. Now that you might get some
I'm all
information
about
from
it.
this that helps you.
I don't know a lot about Biosolution, but I know a lot about Chimera.
Yeah. But
They come from my people. I know that company. Biosolutions. Them and Chimera are pretty tight.
Yeah.
So if you want to hit Biosolutions in the balls, they say, this is a good place to start.
I want to hit them exactly where it needs to.
That's why I said the balls. It hurts a lot. You ever been hitting the balls?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Does Arlo need to be on site in order to do what he can do?
I went ahead
I
and
didn't
worked
think-
through the balls.
Hey, now if he wants to, he can
on,
always.
cut their
It
fucking
depends
balls
on
off.
what kind of setup he's got. If it's remote accessible, internet accessible,
Better.
Arlo could be anywhere as long as he has internet access.
I just want to make sure he was.
But
that's why
I got
if it's
ties.
isolated, you know, because most
Be
really
calling him
secure
up.
information is now, then yeah, he's going to have to be physically present to wherever it is y'all are getting the data from. So if he's got like a data storage in his apartment or in his, you know, penthouse, you can't access it from online. You've got to get there and plug in directly.
All right, so from what you're telling me, if we can find his address, infiltrate his address, we'll have a better access to his ship.
Yes.
Okay.
But remember, that wasn't necessarily a requirement, just
Extra money for him,
extra money if y'all could do it.
for the church.
I understand.
Oh, that's right. With Neshoba not there, Toulouse not there anymore.
Nope.
Okay.
But so since I'm familiar with Chimera,
Right.
is there a particular place in Chicago that I would be aware of where they would where their employees would typically bunk?
They have a facility down in what's called Hickory Hills,
Right.
which is south of the Loop. It's not so much South Chicago as South Central or Central South.
So let me backpedal just a second.
Okay.
He's not with Chimera anymore.
No, he's not.
Right. Okay. So odds are he's not anywhere near
That's
Chimera.
entirely possible. Yeah.
So-
According to what Sister Karma has given you, he was fired and came
That's
to Chicago.
saying something. Getting
Right.
fired from Chimera.
Yes.
So
Like I said, that's, you know, that's like getting fired from the mafia for being too brutal.
So whoever I've been talking to about getting the details for Thursday's fight, I would like to press them for information about this guy.
Okay.
If
Make-
I have to grease a palm or two, that's
Make
fine.
a street cred roll.
Okay. Do I get a wild die with that?
Yep. You get a wild die with street cred as well. They're basically looking for information on a potentially really bad dude.
9.
9. Okay, you got a raise. So yeah, you do find out. Yes, it is the same guy that you know as the Serpent. He is a big sponsor in that not only does he help to produce where the fights are in terms of literally like what we were talking about earlier, but he also puts competition in. And apparently is one of the more successful of the stable owners, if you can call it that.
So aside from his affiliation with sponsoring fights, what do I find out about him personally?
He's
Not afraid to spend a little money.
right. Well, I mean, you got a raise. He is a fan of the ladies, and he almost always has at least one, if not two, young, beautiful women.
Not synthetics.
No,
Okay.
no, real deal, and human 2.0s. But ones that have kind of fallen from grace, you know, in the
Skanks.
sense that, you know, they're no longer in that
All right.
100th floor world.
So capitalizing on that, is there a particular place where that is a commodity that you can purchase?
You mean the arm candy?
Yes.
No, he's not purchasing it. This is not hired help. He is attracting that kind of.
Okay, so these are permanent fixtures.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, not permanent in the sense that it's the same ones all the time, but he doesn't have to pay for that kind of attention.
Right. I'm with you. So all right, so that rules
It's
that out.
it's the people who like to be around that kind of wealth and power and danger,
Gold diggers.
which is why they've kind of fallen from the the high place grace.
So we've got 2 days until this happens, right?
Today's Tuesday. The fight's on
Well,
time.
I'm trying to make sure I ask the right
Okay.
questions because I wanna know as much as we can about this guy before we go in, right? So I want to know. I was able to figure out, sort of like his position inside this arena, and then I found out that he's very attracted to 2.0s, and he has a rotating list of ladies that accompany him all the time. So, but that's all I got. It doesn't give me a lot to go on.
Well, I'm hoping
As
on.
far as hunting down where we could find him.
If it's a bit to fight, we might be able to find him.
You do not get any information about where he lives.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was aiming at.
that's- No, that is
Does he have a driver?
how how he gets to and from where the fights are.
All right, back up.
Okay.
Does he actually? Is he actually present at the fights?
For all that anybody knows, yes.
Okay.
This is my spitballing plan.
Okay. I'm with you.
So Kaon goes in as the face. I go in as arm candy. You are basically bodyguard. You were going to go in as basically like the money man, you know, the butler, the guy who does everything for him,
For him?
for Kaon, because he is says since he's a pretty boy.
Fuck these 2.0s.
Well, I totally agree
literally.
with you, but still, nevertheless, he's the one who can pull it off. He's the one who can pull it off. And hopefully, if he can smooth enough people, we might be able to get close enough to the snake guy that you can get your DNA thing.
What about Arlo?
I'm getting to Arlo.
Okay.
So now this is Arlo. I'm thinking, Arlo, while we're doing the fight thing, Arlo can try to just do. How long has this guy been here?
Less than a year,
Less than a year.
but he's already built up that much of a reputation in this particular world.
Right. So, the first thing we need from Arlo really is just where this fucker lives. So I don't know if Arlo can just,
Arlo could do that from anywhere.
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Just start from a year ago and look at every fucking hotel receipt in the system.
What do we need Arlo to do that requires him to get close?
Nothing yet.
Okay.
Once we get the address, I'm thinking that we take Arlo to said address and download the information if we want the extra money.
So I'm gonna throw this out there. Unless other than what I know it has been role played, we still have the device that is the tap tracker from the first job, right? Yeah.
No, because she would have wanted that back. That's a pretty expensive piece of kit.
Okay. Well, you didn't specify.
I know I
so
didn't.
just
I
kinda
didn't.
figured
But
we still have.
I didn't.
So it's
Go
an extra
into it.
$1,000 for the group for the download information.
Yes, but no, you do not have the tap tracker.
So
Well, the Arlo would definitely be super useful to have on site, especially for popping security and stuff. If we're going to go in on this guy.
Now, I don't know whether James or y'all remember, taps can be hacked
Yeah.
from another tap if you know what you're doing.
so
You could literally hack into somebody's head
So he could hack the guy's head.
if he thinks
Oh, I
he's up
didn't
for
even
it.
think about that because she
No.
wouldn't because she's not wired.
Now, remember,
with
there
it.
are different levels of security for different tiers.
Is that
of-
something you
of
think
tap.
Prophet Arlo could do?
If he has proper faith. On a side note, since I'm going to be close to these guys with the sniffer, would it be smart to have a copy of their stuff
Yeah.
ready to go to cancel it?
Probably,
quickly?
yeah. That way you could cancel out and say, okay, yeah, that's jailbait. That's not the one we need.
Now,
That-
can I preset it to where there's, yeah. So if there's like 8 of us, I've already got us 5 preset, so it's not going to do us. It's just going to do those 3.
Well, you'd be pulling in if you're doing the sniffer, because again, there's several different ways.
Gotcha.
You can, take a glass that he was drinking out of, take a article of clothing he was wearing. If he had a scarf around his neck and he dropped it, or y'all could go to his house and dig through his dirty laundry, something like that. But if you're using the sniffer, the actual suck a little air out, you can't differentiate what it's pulling in, but you can already have identified certain DNA patterns that it would then disregard as not being what you're
I'm
looking
going
for.
with the redundancy thing.
Right, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
that way, we can get that cup, we can get that shirt, and we get the sniffer too. That way, there's no doubt this is the same guy, not, oh, this guy's wore the scarf, this guy's drank the cup, and this guy over here is actually the person we got the sniffer from. Because he's a geneticist, and cloning's a thing.
So I'm gonna throw this out there also. If I'm going in as a face and you're going in as arm candy, you could probably take something like a hypodermic needle kind of something and accidentally bump into him and just there you go, you got it.
Well, odds of getting that close are probably pretty slim.
Yeah, that's sketchy.
And then he would know that something happened because
Yes.
he just got pricked.
Ain't a bad idea. She's taking her knives with her, but she can't take her
But
sword.
if you bump into him
So I
and
got
the
a
needle is
technical
tiny
question
enough,
here.
I mean, all you would need is
know.
one prick.
Jailbait would legit not know about hacking into somebody's mind.
No, you wouldn't. Absolutely. You'd have the least amount of knowledge.
So would
Because I'm
would
not
Arlo
as agile as
know
she is,
if he has
so
the
we gotta make
equipment
sure
to
it's
do that?
Yeah.
And is it portable?
Well, I mean, given depending upon the sophistication of your tap, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3,
I
whatever,
understand.
it basically comes preloaded with that type of software. You are able to manipulate
So he can do it from his
as
hand.
long, yes.
Oh, okay. See, I
Yeah,
didn't
as long as
again,
you've got a strong enough signal, because the different tiers of taps also give you different ranges. Like a tier 1 tap, you only got like a 12-foot range. Whereas a tier 2 tap, you got like a 24-foot range. A tier 3 tap, you got like a 36-foot range. The stronger your tier tap, the farther your signal can reach.
you have a nice white outfit.
Yeah.
Is it yes, or are you just being sarcastic? Because I'm not talking about your underwear. I'm talking legit nice white outfit
I have my resplendent white robes.
that you wore in the lenient in.
Yes.
Okay, so you get to come with us now, and you are going to be Kaon's religious inspiration.
His religious
You're gonna be
advisor.
a prophet that
His
follows
herald.
around.
Excellent.
You're gonna be
You've
part
seen,
of the
you've seen
prophet.
A Knight's Tale, the Herald.
Yeah, the herald. Oh my God.
I'm going to phone you.
For anyone else
No,
not sitting in a chair.
She is totally spitballing this because she's only 16.
Yeah, really.
And she doesn't know what you can do. She just knows what she can do and what she cannot do.
Well, I'll explain to her. It's like I would like to get multiple samples from him.
That's great. And she'll stop you there. That's great.
She's like, I don't need to know anymore. Okay.
It's like,
I hope you're not actually in charge of the group, because if so, we are screwed.
she's not. That's what she called
They
me.
get expensive.
Greaser has
Rando
experience.
guy here?
He has experience doing runs. He's also experienced in this area.
Cool.
She just knows him from past history.
Need to WD that chair.
It's bad.
It's really bad. Arlo, I need
The Prophet Arlo.
I
He is now identified as the prophet.
until we make even on the cash you owe me, you were Arlo. Sure. So
Your rewards will come later, son.
So Arlo, what I need you to do, speaking of hacking and tapping and all this good stuff, I have learned through other means that I may or may not be viewed upon through my tap. I believe there could potentially be a back door and people are accessing it that I don't want accessing. Is there something that you could do to potentially remove the back door and potentially reverse triangulate that to see where it derives from?
Oh my God, Captain Beat Around the Bush thinks his parents are following him.
He doesn't think.
Okay.
I mean, I can always take a look, my son. And if
I'm sorry.
the Angel
Should say that.
Kalam deems it worthy, it will so be.
Okay, Kodai.
Hallowed be thy hush puppy.
I have put the best plan that my 16-year-old brain could put out there. So if you have anything that you think would be better, please.
He blames it on his character's 16-year-old age, but
So would
That's him
Arlo
maxing out
need to
right
like
now, too.
hook up to me with some equipment or like?
We can do
how
a
would
tap to
that
tap,
work?
baby.
Chips.
Do we need to put the tip in?
Do you want to do that right now? Or is this what
It's
you
how the
want?
magic works, baby.
It's something that I would want done before we do the job.
Okay.
Because this has
Well,
something to
yeah,
do
the
with
next fight's not until
corporation.
Thursday, and this is still Tuesday. Y'all are laying out your plans. You're sitting there at the cafeteria table in the snack bar, planning out this fairly probably somewhat illegal operation, but that's okay because it happens all the time.
It's an illegal fight.
Yeah, well, that's true.
So
So I just I want to talk about something, man. I want to talk about who's the shot caller for the job, because somebody needs to be able to say bouncing with bounce. I'm not going down with you. You know what I'm saying? I've worked really hard to stay clean.
That's you. You're the shotgun.
It's me. You called me
I
about the
could be.
job.
I could
Yes.
be the shot caller.
No, you're not.
no, you're not.
You're the prophet.
Yeah, the
You have to-
prophet is busy.
Yes.
And what was your name again,
You
sir?
have to guide us in spiritual means.
What was your name? Seriously, I don't know your
And
character-
limit it to
character's name.
spiritual means.
so much sense. Of course, of course.
You can call me crazy.
Greaser?
Crazy?
Greaser. I'm Leo. I'm a medic. So I'm not a good leader. I'm just here to make sure they come back alive. If you have the capabilities to make sure we all come back alive, leadership, and the medic doesn't have to do his job, even better. Because I've had to do my job a lot because these assholes are not good leaders.
Really?
Great prophets,
Thank you.
not good leaders.
I've never had a chance to lead, thank you very much. She doesn't want it. She needs to make money. She has school books to buy.
If I'm being straight with all of you, the one calling the shots need to be the one that's got all the eyes on them. It needs to be him. Because when he says pull, we need to pull. When he says go, we need to go. When he has the attention of the room on him and he can see everything because everything can see him, he needs to weed on the domestic call.
Okay.
Characters, y'all do.
All right, I
I'm just sitting
I
back.
got you.
So you mono with the shot calling.
If I see something wrong, I say.
You said bounce, we bounce. But I want my money back for the door.
I'm paying for the door.
I want my money back from the door.
If we bounce,
If we bounce, yeah.
maybe.
I'm just kidding. And he hits her on the back.
So, 3 things I want from Arlo. 1.
The prophet Arlo.
1 is to check for the back door, and if it's there, remove it. 2,
I'm not really comfortable with you two talking about each other's back doors. Open conversation.
Just like a teenager, take it out of place. He's not meaning that back door. He actually means the other back door.
I'm not judging.
you're not
I'm
tapped,
not
so you
judging
don't know
what
what
they
that
do in their
is.
private time. I'm just saying.
You just see us doing this, like staring at the sky. You have no idea.
2 is to retrace where it's come from. And then 3, if we could create some kind of virus or something and send it to them so it erases everything that they have on
Well,
me.
if you're hooking up to Arlo, you're probably gonna get that.
Yeah,
I'm very clean, sir. I'm probably the cleanest one of all of y'all fuckers. I have virtual sex. Y'all have the real. You guys do it for realsies.
That's the only thing affecting the virus. There's the computer virus, right?
Well, you're playing Demolition Man VR sex, and we're
Yes, I'm over there.
he's the guy that unloads his load everywhere he can find.
oh god.
I would hate to hit his apartment with a black light.
You're gonna do a paint job?
It's modern art.
Like, did you do a paint job? This is a
Oh.
How did you anyway, before we devolve too far, okay. So we want to get this accomplished before you go on the run Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Because this has to do with the generally the same
Absolutely.
idea.
Okay, so I just we need to do it then.
We don't need
okay, because
people-
right now we're just jawing and we're just flapping and we need to move the story forward. So all right, so
Are we not allowed to have
They're
one?
gonna go touch tips.
right,
Right. I want to grab lunch with her
gotcha.
because I want to secure some details about these people because I don't know them.
Gotcha.
Right.
So we need
That's
to have
cool.
we need to
Go
have
fuck
talk
yourself.
about
That's
trust.
Okay, I understand. She'd be happy to get lunch.
Okay.
Then I guess I'll
This
just go
is
buy
when, well, this is when you were out there securing.
It's fine. No,
the-
don't
the
cover
the
for them.
kid.
It's fine. I understand.
No, I'm saying you wouldn't know that you needed that, but you're since Ben is ready to go and he's already rolled. He was rolling before I was ready for it too. So that's what you're going to do while they're over there touching taps.
Giggity. Fine. I'm gonna spend the rest of the time and make a new medic bag.
Tendril, access.
Okay.
Do I need
I
to roll for
don't
that
remember
too?
the P is. Probably P.
You shouldn't have to unless you want to.
I want the same bag I used to have.
You
So
can't for penis access.
Do you have access to the equipment list in the book?
I just like to have the same bag I had beforehand.
Okay. I'm just saying you're gonna have to buy all that yourself.
Can I not get it from my?
No, no, that's not a street cred
You
roll.
can't squirrel it
That's not
away.
a borrowed
what
thing.
kind of medic
They
are
took it
you?
all from me.
Yeah,
Well, send me a list of what's supposed to be in the
corporate
bag
gear.
if you don't mind, and then I'll price it out later.
All right. So, first question, Kaon, what level of tap do you have? Do you have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3? What'd you get?
Tier 2.
So you have a tier 2. All right. So, Arlo, your first roll is a hacking roll to get into his tap. It is a tier 2, which means you're at a -2 penalty. Now, having said that, if you would like to give him full access,
Means bend over.
but what that hacking roll is basically you getting in without whoever has set the back door access.
He just lays on the bed. On the bed.
Okay.
I don't have a
And then Arlo
quarrel
gets down.
with giving him access. However, can I block him from certain aspects, or if I give him access, he just
That wouldn't
No,
be full
that-
access if you block
That wouldn't
him
be
from
full
certain
access.
things.
Well, in other words, what I'm saying is, if he makes a hacking roll, it's going to be a hacking roll against whoever has been watching you through your tap. I mean, basically, they've been riding in the back of Kaon's mind while he's doing, and they're just watching everything he's been doing for this whole time. They know everything you've done. They know everywhere you've been. They, you know, they're with you when you're asleep, when you're awake, and all of your fun that you've been having. He realized, holy crap, they have been, you know, parked in my head, watching me live my life. If you're going to hack into that, into his tap, you have to do it in such a way that they don't know.
Right. Where
I
they
mean,
won't
obviously,
realize that.
Kaon knows.
Yeah.
So that's the hacking roll.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah,
tier
yeah,
2 is a
yeah.
-2 to the roll. So you have a hacking roll at -2. Now you have all kinds of bonuses and
Yeah,
things
but-
like that.
even if I give him access, he's still
For-
at a
Yeah.
negative.
Right. Well, it's
Okay.
not that I'm hacking you; it's that I'm hacking the program that is in the back, which I understand. But before we go,
So potentially, can we do those 3 things? Or those actual options?
That he doesn't want you to have access to everything. He wants certain things to still be visible.
yeah. Look. I know. So here's what we'll do. First, what we'll need to do, child, is go to basically the nearest Chicagoan future Costco. And there are things that I need in order to perform this sacred ritual and to do holy battle in the virtual spaces. So we'll need to go to Costco so that way I can buy the correct supplies in order to do said battle. And you have a car, so let's drive to Costco.
How about I just get you some tacos, Brian? Let's get this shit done.
I hear you, but I need these things in order to, because you want me to have partial access to a system I need to have full access to in order to do, and that requires special equipment. So I don't want to walk, so I need you to drive me to Costco so I can buy in bulk the things that I need.
How about we just drone it, man?
Okay, so I guess they have the futuristic drone, so
Yeah.
I will place an order for incense, oil,
Candles.
candles,
Matches.
matches.
No, don't get.
Did we just get
a lighter.
like, what the fuck is the word?
Bamboozled. I mean, used. You
You'd
know.
have to have a seance. is what
Yeah,
it sounds
yeah.
like.
Thank you.
Well,
yeah.
he is trying to run his own religion now, and he's trying to convince you to pay for the equipment so he can do it.
I can
with
see
you.
him planting his religion in your head. I see
I
this
thought
coming.
about that. I thought about that. Dude.
You're gonna wake up.
We'll find another hacker. Said hacker.
We don't know another hacker.
It's a rare skill, sir.
Connections. I will find someone.
Kaon's getting just a little sus. So, wait a minute. No, I don't want you digging in my head. No.
Just let it happen.
And Arlo's like,
Just
it's
let it
too
happen.
late. It's already happened.
Doesn't even notice I'm going to connect them.
He can hack anybody with a tap
Just the
anytime.
tip, man.
So I got some good news and I got some bad news. The good news is you got somebody on the job. Bad news is it's Prophet Arlo.
Anyway, so
All
what
would
we
be his
got?
name.
No future life.
Okay, so
world.
no. There's no perfect
He
perfect
unsolved.
world going on. Yeah, I'm out. I'm fully dedicated to my new calling.
New entrance.
I don't know if the future has the drone deliveries. I know that they're
does.
doing it in the city.
You
so
can
I'm
order anything you want.
Excellent.
It'll be 3D printed and brought here within a couple of hours.
Excellent. So once the incense and the oil and the matches and the candles,
need some new vestments.
arrive.
They'll be here-
I've got my white robes. I feel pretty vested.
They'll be here by Tuesday at 1.
Okay,
Today,
so
Tuesday at like 11.
so I'll set a reminder and also send you a calendar invite saying Tuesday 1 p.m. Come over.
Bucks, 50 credits to
Jesus Christ.
No.
We're not paywalling anymore, sir.
Yeah. you know,
Better than that now, right?
future OnlyFans is only
Short version.
Moving forward. Moving forward.
We're trying to role play here,
I know.
so. But I tell you that yes, I can do partial access, and but I'll need to have your personal IP address, and then when it says on this virtual headspace, do you give the Prophet Arlo full access? Just realize that's not actually full access. That's just partial access, only to the areas that you want me to have access to.
So you're
And-
trying to con somebody who's really fucking smart. It's not, you're not conning, bro.
Well,
I mean,
You want
Exactly.
it, I mean, you want it in your head. He's
I
giving
just
you
want him to
finally-
clear the shit and quit
You
the
just
bullshit.
don't-
That's what he
you
has
know.
to look and find.
And then finally, before you come over, know that you'll see some dimming of my tap because we got to do this on the down low. So I'm gonna go into basically what's it called? Shadow mode on my tap. I'm not turning it off, but I'm going to severely limit the range of it so that way I can mask my tap presence to try to help not inform whoever's watching your headspace. Watch me. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Incognito. That's the terminology we're shooting
At
for.
this point, I'm half tempted to find another hacker.
That is your choice.
He's good. You got to trust him.
Just-
He's a prophet now. You have to.
you have to have.
You can make a street
He's not,
cred roll.
not the same Arlo.
Okay.
I haven't tried to get money out of you yet.
Yeah, but you owe me money.
You think that. Arlo goes, I remember it very differently.
Gaslighting.
All right, so let's do this.
All right. Arlo, make a hacking roll. Boop. At -2. Because it's a tier 2 system. This dice rolls. Need to Ben roll them for you. Or Kevin. You need dice? I got dice. Oh. I have dice you can borrow instead of rolling on your phone. It's a good thing you wrote a story.
Most excellent.
All you gotta do is roll 6.
I rolled 10 minus 2, 8.
8, you got it.
So
You got
that's a raised.
No, it had to be a 10.
I
to
just
get a
want
raise.
you
It's
to
gotta
know.
be 4 higher than your target number.
I thought the target number. Well, if
Because
it was
we were at
10,
-2.
Right. Well, 10 was my total,
Oh, okay.
and then minus 2 brought it down to 8. That's
Right,
why I was
so-
like, raise.
So, no, yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay.
Ha! I can be right every once in a while. Okay. Probably doesn't matter.
No, you're right. You got to raise.
I just wanted to shout
so
raise.
You are now inside Kaon's head. So you got a couple of options again. Although it's at the risk of once again slowing things down, you can create a backdoor. There's already one there.
Yeah. No.
You can data mine. This is a research roll to scan for what he is telling you he wants out of there. Basically, he wants to get rid of the backdoor access programs that are running that he wasn't even aware of until he got that message.
Yeah. And this
so
is
that's
basically
going to
what
be a
Arlo
data
does
mine research
for
roll.
a living anyway. So
Right.
I do have the data mine program.
Yep.
So I would like to go ahead and do the
Now
research.
you're not at -2 anymore because you're in.
Right.
So your data mine can give you the bonus instead of just canceling out a negative.
So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and do the research roll.
Okay.
Because I'm going to try to find. And by the way, I did go in incognito mode
Right,
when he
right,
came
right,
in, so it does help me with
Absolutely. Avoid detection.
exactly.
Yep.
Very cool.
Alrighty, so I roll a 6 naturally, and then the data mine.
You got the software that gives you +2 on that?
I think it just makes things faster.
Okay,
so
so it
like in
cuts down on the-
dramatic tasks.
Gotcha. Okay,
I
so
guess
you roll a
like
6. That's a
you, yeah.
success.
But yeah.
All right, so you are able to find the particular software. It's cleverly buried, which is why Kaon wasn't aware of it. I mean, you're basically digging around in the file structure of his head, and you're like, aha, that's why he wasn't aware of it. That's really clever. You know, it's kind of like they hid Hitler's bones in a box labeled office supply parts. You know,
In all fairness,
Jewish bones.
unless he had a reason to believe somebody
Right.
was spying on him, he
you
wouldn't
wouldn't have
looked
known.
anyway.
Right, you wouldn't have known, but you were completely unaware that it was
You
happening.
gotta run
so-
your antivirus every now and then.
Wow.
You're getting that free one right here.
I thought we had Apple products which were unhackable.
So you do find it. Now, you have two options here. You can disable device, which is a hacking skill check, or you can edit device, which is a programming check.
So is he going to be able to do the backtracking and the create the virus
if you want to do that, that's another hacking roll.
But
you
I'm
want to
just
try
saying,
to
will he be able
right.
to
I mean, if you want to
actually
try to hack where the signal has been going to, because obviously there has to be some sort of transmission, and if it's still ongoing with your incognito mode, you should be able to at least trace where the signal is being bounced to.
Yeah.
If not necessary. Now, if you want to try to ride that down to its, its destination,
Because it's probably going to hit a bunch of DNS servers.
that's going to be a dramatic task.
It's a VPN.
So let
that's
me
in Africa
let me
somewhere.
ask
But if
this:
that's something
is
that we can
there
have,
in the
I'd like to
code
have.
a hacker signature?
Roll a notice check.
Notice check. Okay.
Yes.
Cyberspace is weird.
Cyberspace, it's weird. It's all like whoosh, and I'm like, whoa, and it's like, whoa.
What'd you roll? Did you roll double one? Are you kidding? You rolled a double one even on the phone.
Yep. Yeah, I don't. I do it every session. Okay, I do it every session.
At least this time he doesn't go to perfect world inside Kaon's head.
Making eyes in my head, man.
Right.
Instead, I
What was your intelligence?
Was.
Man, you fry me, we're gonna have problems.
You won't know.
Well, he wasn't trying to manipulate.
yeah, I was just trying.
All he was trying to do was detect a hacker signature, basically.
Yeah.
And you utterly failed.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny.
You're like,
It's all zeros and ones to me.
yes.
Okay.
I mean, so the only thing I'm going to only thing I'm going to say is the result of that crit fail is you can't look again.
Okay. Okay.
But if you had been trying to actually edit the software, I might have had
Yeah.
to throw some kind of hindrance on Kaon.
Yeah. See, it was just a
Temporary.
bad notice. I just didn't
Temporary.
notice anything. If I was going to crit fail something,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
God, it
was-
was a notice.
Right. So, yeah, you're like, yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah. Why did I even think that?
Right.
Oh well.
Sorry. right.
So
So now you can either make a programming roll to edit the file or a straight out hacking roll to disable it.
so I
So that was the roll to see if he could find where it was coming from.
well, that was the
Yeah,
roll
he
to
was able to see where maybe who
yeah.
wrote it.
who the
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah, who wrote the code was what I
like
was looking
who painted the Mona Lisa? Odds, Bob. That's
Yeah.
what he was trying to figure out was
off,
who wrote
it actually
this
was
software.
Bob.
That's maybe he could get an origin point if he knew who the author was.
Tell me
who
I'm
the-
wrong.
Who the
Were you
software
there?
engineer
Can you
was.
prove me wrong? You just take somebody else's word.
So
okay, so my options are to reprogram
either
the
disable
program,
it entirely,
just turn it
which would be kind of noticeable if they just lost signal entirely,
Yeah.
or you can edit it. Kind of like how, in the spy movies where they put the looped video in
Yeah,
the
that's
security
what I
camera
was-
and they don't
yeah.
notice. It's the rough equivalent of that. You can edit the file to the point where it still looks like they have access, but they don't realize that he has now basically become aware of them and he's now blocking.
Gotcha.
That one's going to be a little harder, but because that one is going to be at a more difficult level, but just absolutely disabling it,
Yeah.
you can do that. It's a 4 target number, but you will be alerting whoever has been watching him through his own head that he's aware and it's been turned off.
Yeah, I have hacking, I have electronics, but I don't have programming.
Okay.
So I think what I'll do is
Just take a picture of his mind and then put it in front of the camera. Done.
so I'll so in this space, am I still able to communicate with
Yeah,
Kayvon?
sure. Like,
Okay, so
I mean,
I'll
basically he can hear you in his
yeah,
head.
yeah, okay. So I'll just say to Kayvon, at this point, my divine powers, I can more than likely terminate the program so that way they're no longer spying on you. But to fully take it the way you want me to, I believe is beyond my current level of skill. I can still attempt it. Just know that it's one of those moments.
That's cool.
You make the decision.
I appreciate it. and we'll just-
Old Arlo
we'll
wouldn't
just
have
back
given you
out.
the clarity. He'd have just been like, "I'm doing it."
Fuck yeah. All in, baby. And of course,
So
it would have been a
basically,
lot of
he communicates
negotiation
to you
on
what I just
like
told
money
you.
too.
He can either turn it off and they're aware,
Okay.
or he can manipulate it and they're not. But he's saying he probably can't manipulate it.
I'd rather him just back out. So there's some information there that I would like to have. I will find somebody. that
Okay.
is more
So don't
skilled.
do anything except
Yeah.
back out.
Okay. Well, I'll give you the name of the file. So that way, you know,
Yeah,
next
he can
time
give you the data that lets whoever
Yeah.
goes in next time to get
Okay.
access it easier.
So
Child Kayvon. Whoop. I drag the file.
Airdrops. Yeah.
I have done all for you that I can.
what can I write down to kind of point whoever I get to work on it?
They get a +2 to their roll to identify, not disable, but identify.
Seems like that's favor enough to call the debt owed clear.
I don't have it, you know. In fact, he now owes me. He thinks I owe him. I think he owes me.
I sense a theme.
I paid him fairly for his driving.
Barely.
You actually didn't.
You accepted the job.
I was gonna say,
I gave you the money.
I got paid like half of what you guys did for that job.
You don't know that.
And then I had to.
You don't know. Did anybody tell him?
I'm
Did
well
anybody
aware.
say that?
I'm well aware. Kaon doesn't know, but Kaon also realizes all the time and money and effort that he spent into cleaning and replacing.
I
and
didn't
painting.
stop you like from having sex in your car. If you wanted to have sex in the shag wagon, that's. I didn't stop that.
Okay, so it's Tuesday.
anyways-
Tuesday afternoon.
It's Tuesday.
So I'd like him just to back out.
Yeah, I back
Okay.
out.
So make a hacking roll.
Okay.
Remember, this is to cover your tracks so that your footprint, basically your digital footprint, is not noticeable.
Yeah. Ha! Excellent. So 8.
8.
And then
Okay.
if we impose a -2, it should still be fine.
Okay. Yeah. So they get to make a roll just because you are. Okay. Actually, you did make a hacking roll. Never mind. That's a secure logout. Yeah. No. There's no ability for them to check. So you did a secure logout. If you had just jacked out, basically, it would have been whoever's monitoring him gets a roll notice. But you did a secure logout.
It was also
so-
incognito.
Right. So you feel both violated and safe because he's now out of your head. You no longer hear the
Violated.
echoing footsteps of Arlo in your head. And there's just a lingering smell in your sinuses.
I upgraded my living, sir. I took a shower. My
Okay.
robes are white.
So we did that for a little bit. Ben, I do not have an equipment list for you right now.
Oh,
I will get that to
Get
you.
back to me later.
Because yeah, the executive response took all their gear back. That wasn't yours.
Yep.
You know, unlike say plumbers, you're not permitted or encouraged to bring your own stuff. So y'all wanted to go have a lunch?
Have a lunch.
Okay. Do y'all want to role play that out or?
Sure.
Okay. I mean, I've been doing this for a bit, so I figured I'd give y'all an opportunity.
That's fine.
We're just gonna go. My treat. So you just say where you want to go eat. We'll give it some lunch.
Burritos.
Burritos, baby. I'm about it.
She likes burritos.
So in my off time, I'll take her to the Guapo Taco.
The Guapo Taco.
And
You
we'll,
got it.
And we'll get a couple of burritos.
Okay.
Doesn't it suck to go to the place you work on your day off?
I don't think I would do it, but
And I'll sit down with her. You know.
Okay.
I'll say, I want to talk about your essays.
Okay.
Say none, say.
Tell you what I know.
Where they come from? Who they people?
Who they people?
Who they people?
I don't know who they people. What do you mean who they people? Who their families are?
good Lord. Sorry. Didn't mean for that to be so loud.
And this
Go
is
ahead.
only my second job with all of them.
People taking pictures of us? And shit?
No, I did. I'm sending Ben a picture.
This is only my second job with.
Discord.
So you've not done no more jobs with these? Just the one?
Just the one.
Was it blood?
Was there blood? Yes.
Good.
Yes.
I'll need to know what these things.
How many of them has taken a life?
Got you on Discord.
Me? I don't think any of them killed anybody. There's another member of our team, which your guy doesn't know.
Right.
Now, he killed some people.
No, Arlo definitely killed that guy.
Yeah, earlier decapitated that guy.
He was.
I thought he was
back
already
in my
dead.
van. No,
He cut his head off in the van with my knife.
Yeah.
But I thought he was dead already.
No, the dude.
No.
was talking
I like
to
the
him.
No.
thing. My knife. I mean, he gave it to me. So my knife.
Yeah, he was talking to Arlo as Arlo was
Okay,
just
but
stabbing the shit
she
out of
was
him.
not there.
Right, but I feel like you would have known he was in the van alive.
She never got in the van.
Right.
She was fighting the guys on the bikes.
But he was still alive when he got in the van.
She doesn't know anything about
He
the
was
van.
there.
She
when you
wasn't
got-
in the van.
No, she wasn't.
She
in
had
the
a
van.
motorcycle. She was,
Gotcha. He was there, and so was your character, and your character went off to fight, but you knew the
no,
guy
sir,
was
I was already fighting the other dude. You couldn't
No,
even put him.
Jailbait was nowhere around.
I
when
was
that happened.
nowhere near the van when you got him in.
white people. Don't look at me. I wasn't even there.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
really was not there.
You lost your job.
She was not there. She was fighting all the bikers,
Guys got
and he pulled in
fired.
the van behind her because the Shoba run up behind to the van, and she was up there fighting the bikers with his cat. So she has no
No,
idea.
you have no clue.
That's exactly right.
Well, I
she
mean,
does-
you do have a clue after they told you, but you
Yes,
didn't know
I
it was
mean-
happening at the time.
Yes, I mean she does know that Arlo took a bullet. You know.
Well, I mean, she knows when they delivered the head to Sister
I mean,
Carmen.
well, I mean, yeah, but she doesn't know who. I don't think that they never really discussed who killed him.
Okay.
But they know the. I mean, she will tell you about the job, what happened. You know, as far as what her knowledge is.
Hermanita, you have a man who is think he is a priest. You have a man who has just been fired from his 9 to 5. And you have a 2.0 that is not smart enough to understand he's a 2.0.
Okay, as far as Arlo goes, what I gotta find my word here. Hang on just a second.
Okay, I'll look.
Arlo's a bit. He hits differently. He did have a small stint in a government-run institution. But he's good at what he does, which is hacking into computer systems when he's not distracted by porn. Well, she doesn't know actually what you were doing. But he is good at what he does. He wiped our faces completely out of security cameras. I don't know if you watched the news and about the gas and sip or whatever it was. Those gangsters got killed. I don't know if you
At
saw
the
it.
grab and go?
Yeah, that was us.
Shit.
Yes. Now, but
Ratman
also,
Jack was talking about that a couple of days ago.
now Leo actually did a pretty good on the spot met him. That's the one who lost his job. I mean, he was. We were securing the asset. He was actually coming. He worked for the corporation at the time. The guy still had vital signs and whatever. Fuck, she doesn't. And he was coming, but he was relaying us information about drive time. So he can be trusted. And Kaon, I mean, do what?
Nothing.
No, she's being honest. And she's not a liar. She's very much about honor. She's Kaon, truly, I don't think he's found himself. His parents dicked him. Bad. What he complains about anyway. They got him fired from his job, pretty much made him homeless, and he's rebelling against the machine. I don't think he's found his niche in the world yet.
He's got some anger.
Oh, he's got anger.
But this is good. It's balanced, yeah. Sometimes I miss JD and his truck.
I do miss JT.
But
Well, let's rephrase that. I miss the truck. I don't necessarily miss JT.
I think we can do this, yeah.
I think we can.
I just want to make sure if you trust him, I trust him. But it's our life, you know. It's not something you bet against lightly.
Oh, agreed. Mood is the word I need there. Mood.
So I
Let's into your conversation.
I think maybe I think it's good. It's maybe we make strong bonds for more jobs. Yeah.
I hope so. I got to pay for school.
Is there
Keep my grandma.
is there secrets or concerns I should know about?
None that I have found out about.
There's been no betrayal.
Yet.
I mean, not yet.
So aside from the pretty boy who's dealing with his parents, is there anybody tied to Corpos?
From what I understand, well, I mean, he was. I mean,
I don't know that you would know though.
you complained about it enough. She would probably know that his parents had like plans for him, and he didn't
Yeah.
want to do it.
Yeah.
And then they got pissed and yanked him from him, got him fired from his job, bought the fucking business. Because she's
True.
heard him bitch about it enough.
True.
But that's really all she would be able to tell you.
Which one is it? Or do you know?
Have you ever said the name of the old corporate business?
Probably just complaining about my parents. I
Didn't-
don't know
didn't-
that I
that she
would've
probably wouldn't.
specified.
Truly, she wouldn't.
But earlier, I did show incentive on biotech and
Biosolutions.
biosolutions,
And
the,
she might not even care because she,
and the other thing.
her attention span is sometimes.
So
Yeah.
if you were to have picked that up, then otherwise I wouldn't have said anything besides the little interest that I expressed while we were talking about the plan and the job, etc.
So it's as long as it's not Chimera, we're okay.
He's never mentioned Chimera, as far as she knows. So she'll say no.
I have a vested interest in leaving Chimera alone right now.
Leaving them alone.
I will
Did you used to work for them? Did she know you used to work for them? Have you ever mentioned your dad? Is that something she would know?
she knows that he's had big differences with different corps in the past,
Oh, okay.
but he's never named one specifically.
Okay.
But until now. But yeah, he will say, me and Chimera, we have our differences. I did a small stint with them many, many years ago. Left on bad terms.
I understand.
So, any chance I have to slap them in the dick, I take.
Understandable.
Okay. That works.
So,
So I just sent you a message.
I will do this.
Did you get that, Travis?
Yes, I was reading it right now.
Thank you.
Okay.
Let's have a good time, yeah.
You need to
It's
come out
not-
and see. You need to
it's-
come out and see Grandma.
She makes the best cookies.
She does make some good cookies.
Never got any cookies.
I will bring her taquitos.
Oh yeah, she likes her too.
That's it.
All right, we're
That's it.
good.
We'll eat our burritos and chat it up and have a good
Nothing.
time.
And chill.
Okay. So,
Everybody passing notes.
well, I'm handling some of the
Several.
other things.
Both of us actually.
Yeah.
You two are having a lunch. I'm getting shit done.
I would like to I'd like to do something nice for your grandmother. So I know she's what are her hobbies? What does she like to do to kind of pass the time?
Well,
She's like full-blooded Japanese, right?
well, both of us. So they're both with them.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, was that for the?
Yeah, I mean,
food to
she
fund everything?
paints, cooks. I mean, she does the little trees.
Oh, like bonsai tree.
Bonsai tree. I can think. I know.
That's it.
I mean, she is
That's-
full on. She is full on Japanese grandmother.
Cool. All right, so I want to go get her a bonsai, but like a real messy one. that way she'll have something to do, right?
Right.
Because the best bonsais to have are the ones that need a lot of work, because it's a time investment to make them look good.
True.
So let's go. I want to go find her a really messy, ugly-looking bonsai tree that she can dump a lot of time into.
Sure. You can find it. I'm not gonna make you roll.
Okay, it's fine.
Just gonna.
How many creds for a bonsai tree?
You want a real tree, like one that's actually alive and can be grown and trimmed and all that?
Depends on the price difference.
Well, I mean, you can get a plastic one that takes no care whatsoever for about 10 credits.
Right.
You want a real one? That's probably going to cost close to 500.
Ooh, yeah. It's about five times more than I wanted.
Blade Runner when
Yeah.
you know, he was asking her, is the owl real? And she's
Yeah.
like, of course not.
Yeah.
Because the real things are dead.
So yeah, I'll get her a fake one.
Okay.
But you know,
But she's old and maybe she won't notice that, you know, watering it doesn't seem to matter.
it's more of the
Hey, you don't be talking about my grandma, okay?
it's more of the activity that
Right,
is
right,
anything.
right. Well, you don't have to tell her, you know.
Right.
You know, she won't say a word.
So I'll grab up the
Doesn't need to
tree
be going. It's fine, grandma.
It's bonsai. It doesn't grow fast.
and we'll get her some Japanese takeout. And we'll get
Might filter.
yeah. Oh shit! I didn't think about that.
You're gonna be
my-
so angry when you show up with that Japanese.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
bring-
let's not take the takeout.
Yeah.
I'll be
bring
back.
your-
That's
bring
kind of like
some
telling
home
Mexicans, let's go
cooking.
get Mexican. Yeah, right.
Bring some home Mexican
Mexican.
cooking and she'll be fine.
Yeah, I do love to cook, so that would be.
She'll be excited for that.
See, I'll tell the guy. I mean, I'm sure I know whoever's working at the Guapo, right? And I'll tell him to make me something real,
Okay.
right? And I don't mind paying a little extra for it.
Right, right, right.
But something.
I'm not going to
Right,
dock you
right.
on that one.
So it's like, yeah. So we'll get her something really good that's authentic.
Cool.
And
Okay.
we'll take it back to her.
So, done with Travis.
Make sure I have you home before dark.
Ben, you should have access to the book somewhere. You can look at that stuff if you wanted to. Y'all are done?
Yes.
Yeah.
Your little bonding session?
Yeah, we're
And-
done.
okay. Arlo, you're ready to go?
I'm always ready to go.
Okay. So do y'all have any other issues or business you have to take care of Wednesday?
I don't
so.
think so.
Unless you want to go do a scouting run, I mean, down there before, but Thursday.
I would like
is
to do that
That ain't a bad idea.
personally
Right.
for you.
Yeah, personally for me.
Okay,
I mean,
you
I'll
have-
I'll send like a group. I mean, I'm sure we have a group chat now, right?
Yes,
I would
I'm
think
sure.
we do.
I will make
It's
sure
not
you.
one.
Well,
I will make sure
Right.
y'all.
Arlo can set one up where you're all basically on your own little team land,
Right.
no matter where you are.
And I set out smoke signals for the Untapped.
Send out smoke signal. The show becomes. He
I
found
do-
his way home.
Smoke signal. Timbuktu, I miss you.
So, Reven wants to do a recon run by himself.
No, I'm. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So we have like I'm gonna send.
Basically, you have a day of uncommitted time. Thursday is when the
gonna-
next big event is.
I'm gonna send a message out because I mean I don't know how private things are with the tap, so I communicate just about everything in some sort of vagueness, and I would say
Well, unless somebody knows they can. I mean, if they can
Man.
isolate the specific signal of your team
Big
land.
Brother's always listening.
Right.
It's the far future.
Okay.
So I would say I'm gonna take a walk and sightsee this afternoon. If anybody'd like to go with me.
She doesn't have any tests. She'll be fine. She'll go.
I'm gonna look at you. as-
How long would it have taken to get what I had done?
Less than an hour.
Oh, really? That
Yeah.
fast?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Stuff happens
My
fast
mind's
in
not that big,
cyberspace.
so-
Oh,
Funny guy.
stuff happens fast in cyberspace.
All right. Yeah. You need a ride, friend?
I was gonna get a ride with me, but if you got a ride,
I got the ride, man. We
What
get some
are they?
tacos.
I know a guy. I'm the guy.
I'm the guy.
Like you
Okay.
already.
I mean, do you want to come, or would you rather start trying to sift through the miles of information to try to find out where this guy's living?
Yeah, so I mean, if I can start doing, searching the socials and then
Right.
trying to locate this guy and then figure out where exactly his address is, because that was.
And I'll info dump him everything I know.
Gotcha.
I'll also tell Sister Karma that where this fight is, because she wanted to know where he was.
Right. Well, I mean, how do I say this? I keep on saying Neshoba. Sorry, that's going to take a minute.
It's
to get
okay.
used to it. Reven knows where, and not in the exact location. He knows where to go to get to the fight. The fight is not the location he had. It's basically like the how do I say this? It's the beginning of the treasure trail. You know.
Oh,
you
so
to
we know
start
that we
here.
know the fight's happening, but we don't know where it's
Right, you don't know where it exactly is
Oh,
happening.
okay, okay.
He knows to be at
Yes,
this location
You
at this
go,
time.
you go to here, and then they take you where you need to go.
Right. Or they let you know where it is, kind of thing, because it's highly illegal, and you know,
The location changes
Well,
regularly.
this is in a
Exactly.
lawless area, though, isn't it?
it is.
Didn't you say it
But
was a lawless area?
even in a lawless area, there are people who would want to interfere and
Oh, yeah.
and maybe take over. So, no, you're right. It is a very lawless area. So, hold on just a second. I forgot my glasses.
Well, she will wear her school uniform and take her sword then.
Wear your school uniform and take your sword.
Field trip.
Can
So-
this count as an educational trip?
So I got
Can I get an
Kaon,
excused
and I got
absence?
Jailbait, and you're Googling.
Yes.
You want to come with us?
Sure.
All right, we'll get Leo in too.
Okay.
On my way.
Is anybody not going?
Arlo is going to.
Okay, so
spend
Arlo's
all
gonna
the-
do his
try to
thing.
Pile,
Okay.
pile through information.
Right. I am going to run a dramatic task for Arlo first, and then I'll do everybody else. Because it's been a while since we did something that was
Arlo.
energetic and engaging.
Is your tap level 1 or 2?
Tap 3 is extremely expensive, just in case y'all were wondering.
Yeah, it is.
much is a
So,
tap
50,000 credits.
Fuck.
It's very expensive. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
It's
going
gonna
to
take a lot of donations to the church.
It's going to, yeah. And, I also took
But it
a
is
loan
the
out to
betterment of-
lobby, and I still can't fucking afford it.
It is.
Okay.
It is for the betterment of the movement, though.
Yeah, how are you going to do that? I mean, is that just going to work? You just got to take $1,000 after your winnings every.
Yeah. So like, yeah. So, but luckily, like, my income has been higher than my outgo so far. So, I'm, I just
Hero.
keep track
Are
of
we
how
on
much.
2.0 or 3.0 interference, Zero?
Huh?
3.0.
Interface 3.0? Okay, I don't have the
Yeah,
words for that one.
the player's guide 3.5 is the one I've been using, but I don't know.
He's
how many
following the Dave
differences there
Ramsey strat.
Gotcha, I don't have the...
were. Okay.
that
All
book.
right. So, Arlo, this is going to be a complex task. All right. You must collect 8 task tokens in 5 rounds, but 4 of those tokens are hacking rolls, and 4 of those tokens are research rolls.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Because basically, you're trying to dig into somebody who doesn't want to be found.
Okay.
This is not publicly accessible information that I could go onto Facebook. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That I could go onto Facebook and just do a quick stalk to somebody. This
Is
guy
there
is.
like a this throwing this out there? Is there a way to judge? Actually, this is from my own reference. Are you using like if he gets so many? What's his time frame? Is it going to take him a day to do this? Or-
That's indeterminate right now. I mean, he's going to be doing this while y'all are doing your.
oh, I understand. I just didn't know how long it might take.
It might take several hours for you to accomplish this.
because I know it's a mile. I mean, it's a a mountain high, a lot of data.
There is that's why I'm making it a complex task, both hacking and research.
Cool.
Because you're basically trying to find the right systems to get into, and then you're trying to find the data in those systems.
Okay.
So I'm just going to simplify it to a complex task of 4 hacking and 4 complex. I mean, 4 research.
What do you want first, research or
Probably do the hacking first.
hacking first? Okay.
Yeah, let's do the hacking first.
Boop. Come on, boop, and then boop.
So
Awesome. I would love to see that done.
Peanut butter and jelly. That's what we're gonna be.
First hacking roll is an 11.
okay. Wow. All right. So an 11 is going to be 2 successes, or 2 array, a success and array. So basically 2.
Okay.
Right. Good Lord. I went the wrong way. Hold on. Yeah. There we are. So an 11 is, yes, that is 2. All right. So that was in the first round.
Okay.
All right.
And then another hacking roll.
Yes. Do you have any bonuses for your software?
Not for hacking.
Okay. Gotta get the sound effects because you don't hear the clicky clack of real dice.
All right. 6
Plenty
on
of
my
dice
second
if you need
hacking
some,
roll.
bro.
So that's just one more. So you got 3 now.
He's been offered several times.
Okay.
I'm in virtual space, so I have to use virtual dice.
Makes sense.
Okay, so how many
said it out loud, so yeah,
attempts do
that
I
makes
have
sense.
with hacking that I need to?
Okay, so you need 1 more success at hacking.
Yeah.
how many-
you're you
how many
have three
total
more
attempts
rounds?
do I
you
have?
have 3 more rounds left.
And I still have to do the
You
research.
still have to do the research, but you do have your software that helps you with the research, right? Or it just makes it.
It makes it faster.
Okay.
So, like, however you want to interpret it.
Right.
I think it says, and I'll have to go back and double check on it.
Now-
but
Here's an option for you, because I know your dice rolls are not as spectacular as some of the other people that play at table. 9. Okay, so that would be 2 more. So you got enough hacking rolls. Okay. You could actually use your street cred to get help. If you want to get somebody to back you up and make support rolls to give you bonuses to your rolls. In other words, you and a buddy, you and one of your online friends can dive in together. I will make a support roll for them to give you bonuses to your rolls if you would like to do that.
okay.
Does Arlo have friends though?
Well, I think I would have like Reddit. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah.
Like, it's like I'm not friends with these people, but you know how you can post like, "Hey, I've got this interesting problem I'm trying to solve," or "I'm looking at this code." But I think I would probably like I'm been trying to work that into my role play
So, like,
where
interest-
I've been
it's
posting.
like interest
I'm
affiliates.
trying to find that subreddit of people that are into my field, my
Right.
skill set.
Now, if you would like to make a street cred roll for that, you can. And I will give you a certain skill level per success. If you roll a 4, I'll give you a D6 skill for your friend. If you roll a raise, I'll give you a D8. If you roll 2 raises, I'll give you a D10. The more raises you get, the more big name help you get.
This is it.
Gotcha.
You need
Now
to
is the
slam
time
this roll,
right?
bro.
Now is the time to explode this, because right now you only have 2 more rounds to get 4 successes on your research.
Yeah. So I'll do a street cred roll.
Okay.
Is that going to be with a?
You get a wild die with
okay.
it. Yep. So your street cred plus a wild die.
Okay. Right now, everybody but our 2.0 should be at D6.
Right.
11.
Okay, so that is a raise. So that means you get a D8 buddy, somebody who has a D8 hacking, to roll a support roll for you. Okay, so you're like, hey, buddy friend, yeah, I got this job I got to do, and I need some help in trying to, do some of this stuff. So he's gonna roll,
Okay.
or she, it doesn't matter, and you get a +2 to your first hacking roll.
Ooh, shiny.
Or you mean
Or
research?
your research roll. Yes, sorry, your research. Okay, so you have 2 rounds to get 4 successes, which really, hopefully you can get.
So 5 plus their 2 takes me to 7. So
Okay,
that's
so that's 1,
almost a raise.
right? So you now have 1 round to get 3.
All right.
But they're going to roll to help you with this one, and you get a +1.
You're rolling as good as I am.
Yeah, really. Well, they didn't get a wild die because they're not a wild card. So
Really?
so you really want to roll good on this one.
Yeah. Out of Benny. So I got a 9 plus
Okay.
their 1 would get me to 10.
Still 2 successes.
There you go.
It's a
I have
success.
common bond, and we're best
Did you really
friends.
take the
I do actually have common bond. Did you doubt
He's sending you good
an
wishes.
apostle that's helping the
Arlo?
prophet?
Let's see. So now if you re-rolled. So I currently have a
9, right? You have a 10.
9,
Right.
10 with the +1.
Yes.
So
That's
if
still
I
just 2.
use the Benny to re-roll, does that re-roll the entire attempt?
Yes.
So
but
will
if you roll
where you
and
gotta-
it's
you're
worse
gonna-
than your first roll, you get to
dope.
keep your better roll unless you roll crit fail.
will
Should actually
the
take all the
helper
details,
also
because
get their
one goes
re-roll
very-
on the?
sometimes
I'll
you
let him
can,
re-roll that.
sometimes You can't.
Okay. +2 on that one. They get a raise. So if they get a success, they get a +1. They get a raise, they get a +2.
Check.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's dope.
All you need to do is get.
I need a 12.
You need a 12.
And I got an 11. If they gave me, you said they gave me a +1
they
or
gave
+2?
you a +2.
Okay, so 12 actually. I rolled a 10.
Okay.
So then with the +2,
You
that
got
would
2
give me.
successes. All right.
Yeah.
So how we interpret that is you were digging, and through a lot of cyberspace surfing, you were able to kind of bounce around from site to site and
take the
do
shit
some
out of
digging.
that.
And you found a couple of fairly rich databases that you could dive deeper into, and you were really having to do some serious data manipulation and file manipulation, but you did find that he does have a penthouse apartment in the Loop, which is basically downtown Chicago, right on the waterfront.
Let me write that down real fast. I'm sorry.
He has 3 floors of a tower,
we getting channel
the 129th, 130th, and 131st floor.
So 3 levels.
Say that again. I apologize.
He owns 3 floors of a tower. It's a penthouse. It's the 129th,
I saw
130th,
some
and
channel points
131st floor.
Going up. I have no idea what that means. But you can.
It's
You can
sold
cheer.
to him for 250 million crypto.
Get started.
Oh.
6 months ago.
Oh, I wonder how you did that.
And what was the what's the location again?
It's one high tower west.
One.
Yes,
Oh, cool. Okay, I was wondering what
that's the name of the building.
Oh, okay. I thought it was address. Like, he was like, I'm taking the number 1.
Right. No.
Be like, well, you paid 250 million. Yeah, why not? One high tower west. And you said what part of town is this?
This is in the Loop. This is basically a skyscraper on the shore of Lake Michigan. So from the 130th floor, I learned this the other day. Anything above about the 100th floor, you can't hear street noise.
Yeah.
You can no longer hear car horns, car engines. You can't hear, sirens. Above the 100th floor, you're once again in silence. You can hear passing helicopters.
I assume
aircraft.
you really just hear the wind at that
Yeah,
point.
at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I got the notes. Alrighty. So when I get this information, I'll send a text to everybody. I know that they're on the job, so I don't want to interrupt
Okay.
them with a phone call.
Sorry, Ben. It is 3.0.
No, I've got the math right here. I'm looking at it. I'm ready.
Okay. All right. So Arlo has been successful.
Yeah. They happen now.
The risk of running a Cyberpunk
Barely,
game
but we
is that
did
your
it.
hacker many times won't be with the group.
Barely, but we did it.
Yeah, he did it.
Hey,
I mean,
it's
it
all
was,
winners.
you came out of that sweating. You're like, dang, I feel like I got to work out on this one. You had to burn your bennies and call on a friend and,
It was a win. It was a win.
phone a friend and then, all that stuff. But you won Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, right? Okay. So, the rest of you are going to take a scouting run,
Field trip.
Yes.
field trip.
Field trip.
Educational field trip.
Right.
So I'm gonna show up with the party grab bag of tacos. They're handmade with my special refried beans.
Fucking tacos, bro. You and me are homies for life.
Speaking of tacos, I really struggled to pass it.
Photoshop or Lightroom.
Man, Taco Bell right there. That's a sin. That's a sin spot for me.
It is. I go
Those
by
aren't
it.
even good tacos. Like we need tacos from authentic.
Just go down the street a little more on the right, and you're right there. at it. You've been in the place in Marshalls right there?
Once.
God, it's so good.
It was so good.
Okay, so hold on. Let me go over here so the stream can see what we are doing. So what you see in front of you is a map of Chicago, and
As we, is this the far-flung map, or as we know it today?
both.
Okay.
This is actually I mean, the streets didn't change that much, so I'm not really worried about the streets or the highways or anything. This is a relatively accurate representation of the Chicago of 2089. What it doesn't show is the nuclear blast damage from the 3 nukes that hit the town, 10 years ago. This is where the Arlington Red Zone and the Aurora Barons come from. So where you are right now, hold on. I need to zoom in so I can ping the map for you. So Schaumburg is up here, right?
Yep.
And you are headed here,
I'm sorry.
way down here in the bottom.
Fuck me.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's why you needed a ride. The Gary Hell Zone is long distance away.
Yeah, we're probably looking at an hour to get there.
At least, and that's with good traffic. Let me I can pull up Google Maps right quick and give you an exact distance.
Depends on the application. If you're
literally trying to put stuff in pictures and manipulate. That's Photoshop.
Okay.
You're just trying to like tint things, lighting, colors.
I want
That's
to
like
straight up edit.
All right. So
Take this
from Schaumburg in a straight line
in this picture.
to the Gary Helzon.
I didn't know Photoshop was on the phone.
And I'm not trying to insult anybody from Gary, but even people in Chicago and Gary, like, oh yeah, it's miserable. That's about 50 miles in a straight line as the crow flies. So yeah, if you're going to be following the twists and turns of the Chicago transit system and the highways and byways and sideways,
minimum an hour.
a minimum, it's if not 2.
How many miles?
It's 50 miles in a straight line.
That's $50.
Somebody's paying my gas, right?
Travel cost.
I brought
payroll.
tacos.
Oh, okay.
You're right.
Okay.
You're
Somebody's paying for my
you're
gas.
getting paid?
I have $0.
You have no money at all?
No money.
Yeah, he
I
had
just
to.
spent it on my hacker because Arlo was unable to perform.
Oh,
He took a blue chew. He did his best. Okay.
I'll buy you push water.
Okay.
Okay. So you are now on your way. To avoid any entanglements on the way, make a drive roll.
Okay.
I mean, it's simple. It's a 4. There's no complications to it.
Watch me roll double ones and it's
Oh my God, you're going to get pulled over by
Oh my
Chicago
God.
PD.
That was so close. I do need to roll a penny for that though, because I failed my rolling, guys.
We need to have some combat so I can throw some jokers.
This is so bad. Okay, I got a 5.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, Kaon at first
Failed
was like,
rolling.
"Where am I going? The paint job has really messed up the handling."
I actually do this in real life. I'll like get in the car and go to a destination, and just as I'm driving, like not even realize that I'm just driving.
Yeah, you zone out. Yeah,
Yeah, and
been
just
Yeah,
drive
I've
and
been
be
home
like,
before and never
where the
even
fuck was I
realized
going?
that I'm
Yeah.
where I am.
Yeah,
there. And then you're like, "Was that a red light? Did I just go through a red light?"
Did I hit anybody
that,
on the
like-
way here?
James gonna tell you drive to work super early, right? You leave your driveway and you get there and you're like, all right, I gotta go punch in. You get out of your vehicle and you're like, when the fuck did I get here?
When I used to work at Hickory, that was like every morning because I'd be there like 5:30.
My
at the
brain's on
latest,
autopilot
shit
for the
done.
first hour of the day.
yeah.
Oh, I've done that many times driving through town, and it's like, wait a minute, was that a red light? Yeah. Did I just go through it? Because you were paying 0 attention.
Yeah, when I was working third, it was really bad on my way home because there were sections of that I don't even remember driving, and I'm like,
Oh, I know. I've fallen asleep.
Well, I got pulled over by a cop in Asheville driving, and I used to work in Asheville.
Yeah.
He pulled me over, and I was speeding, dude. I was dead to rights, fucking speeding. He goes, you know how fast you's going? And I said, sir, I don't have a clue. And he goes, what do you mean? I said, dude, I was just going to work. And I says, I was in the zone. I says, I was just driving to work. Says, I have no idea how fast I was going. I was going to work. He goes, okay, thank you for being honest with me. You be safe, sir. Have a nice day. Turned around, walked back in the car. I didn't get a ticket or nothing.
you got lucky. He was not in asshole mode right then.
He's, yeah, he's got his coffee in his hand and he's like, dude, I don't even remember pulling you over.
Oh, that's great. Now, when I was working third shift as a security guard and going to class, I was getting about an hour of sleep a day because I would go to school, come home, my wife would get home, we would spend a couple hours together. I would go to work, I'd get home I worked third shift, so I'd leave about 9 to get there. I'd get home around 7, take a shower, go to class, go back home, spend a couple hours with the wife, and then sleep maybe from 8 until 9. And there were several times driving down I-40 in RTP where I was like,
I'm sure.
yeah. But I would take the radio next to my head and I would find a closet in the building where I was a security guard, and I would close and lock the door, lay down, set my watch alarm for 10 minutes and take a nap. Because that was the only way I was going to survive. I was like, I had it right next to my head. I was kind of primed for my call signal, Sierra 2, and I'd be like, what, wake up real quick. Oh, God. I would walk down this one long hallway and just close my eyes.
It was like that when I was military police in the Navy. Like there were specific locations that you had a partner on, and they were far enough away from prying eyes that we actually used to take shifts while one of us took a nap and the other one watched. We weren't supposed to.
Well, of course
but
not. Yeah.
we lived off of 3 to 4 hours of sleep a day.
Yeah.
So we did what we
You
could.
do what you got to do. I mean, I did what I had to do. I'm glad I don't have to do it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, for about 6 months, I was getting about an hour sleep a day. It was miserable because I worked weekends too, so it was terrible. Okay. So we have had a long break in the sense of we haven't had a combat in a while. So do y'all want to do a combat this evening? Because we're going to have one. We need some action. We need some bennies. We need some
Well, it's
jokers.
9:30.
Do you want to wait
9:30, I
until
don't know that we can put a combat. in
right? Do
30
you want to wait
minutes.
until next week?
That's fine.
It's going to be fun. It's
We're
going
gonna
to
get
be
into
exciting.
combat
It's
on
not-
our scouting trip.
Yes. I want to throw some action at you. It's not going to have anything to do with the plot device. It's just going to be some.
It's a random encounter.
It's going to be a random encounter.
Gangbanger smelled your burritos, and then we got a fucking fight.
Right. Plus, I've been wanting to use a map for a long time.
I was wondering how to use Arcade Forge.
I've had this thing ready since session 2. And y'all never let me use it. I'm kidding.
I'm good. If you guys want to swing
seconds
swords, let's swing swords. I'm good with
I
it.
mean, if you want to wait because it's 9:30, do you want to get into it now, or do you want to wait until next session, or what do you
Cut it
want
up and start. Yeah, go
I mean, if you think we can squeeze in 30
maybe.
minutes.
Yeah. Okay. So
we can get it started for sure.
let me actually. So I need to change maps. Let me open a map.
You have been waylaid
So,
by monsters.
so out
Let's
of
defend-
curiosity,
Yeah.
just for the
This is not a good place to
flow,
rest. There are
how
enemies
is it
nearby.
we get in a fight when we're en route driving in a car?
You're going to get in a fight when
Is-
you get
is
to
that
the
like some
when you get
road
to the
rage
Gary
and
Hell zone.
shit?
Yeah.
It's gangs, man. We're going into a bad neighborhood.
Yeah, you're going into the Gary Hell zone.
Like I'm just looking for some depth. you
Right,
know?
right.
It's not like
Well, no, I mean, I want you to understand what it's like.
Way up in here.
Yeah, you that's not the one you're
fucking
going to. I'm
park.
still loading the map.
Because Mexican doesn't mean he can get us through every game.
right. All right.
I'm
Right.
trying to throw y'all some action. Okay.
I think you're just trying to throw yourself some action here.
Well, I mean, because it's been a lot of talk, and not that that's a problem.
role-playing.
There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. All right. So let me get.
All right, so next week when we bring the new characters, they can meet Arlo then, right? Because we're all gonna die.
Oh, ye of little faith.
Matt's gonna roll some ones. He's gonna fall down, shoot himself in the face. Kaon's gonna hit a speed bump, flip the van 13 times over.
I'm
Oh,
excited
that's cool.
to see how the gung fu works. Because I was seriously debating whether what I wanted to go gung fu or not.
We're driving down the
And then
road.
it didn't really.
See, I
fit
told
me.
you I had a map I've been wanting to use for a long time.
That's kind of dope.
Why
We're
is he
literally
running the red
driving
lights?
down the road.
So is the truck moving or is the map?
Okay.
Good question.
So,
Definitely the map because the grid's.
Arlo is not here, so I need to take Arlo out of the picture here. Okay. We have Kaon driving. We have Jailbait. Where is Jailbait? What are you going to? How are we going to put people in here? And I need to get
Shouldn't have been riding the-
Leo in there. So here's Leo. So who is Shotgun?
So I mean, Reva's probably the only one who knows where the hell to go. So I would say it.
Yeah, I'd probably be in shotgun.
All right. So Reven, you are going to be Shotgun. All right. Can y'all see yourself? I know that I can't. I don't want to zoom in too far.
We're pretty far.
Yeah, you're pretty far out
Bring
there.
us on in a little bit.
I'm going to
There's
bring you in a
There's
little
a whole
bit.
lot of black
Right.
on either side. There you go. That's more like it.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, normally when we do a kind of vehicle kind of chase combat scene, you throw cards out there. Okay. Trying to see if y'all can see these. You can't really see them. What I can see on my map that y'all can't see on your map is there are larger squares that count as cards. It's not really visible on your map, but I can see it. So anyway, I'm talking mostly to myself now. All right, so y'all can see what you're doing. Okay. All right. So, and hold on. Why is this not showing me? That's why. Okay. All right. So you are driving along, and you have left the safer areas of the city. Even the more kind of destitute suburbs are safer than this place. So as you drive deeper into the Gary Hell Zone, the buildings become more decrepit, the roads become less maintained until basically there is no maintenance. And you can tell, I mean, if you've ever seen like pictures of like Mogadishu or Grozny in Chechnya after the Soviet or the Russian invasion, I mean, it's just basically rubbled out. It looks like a freaking war zone. But you can also see people moving around, and you know, this is where they live. This is where the dregs of the dregs end up. There's no rent payments in this part of the world. there's nobody who with money wants to own anything down here. So the people who have fallen completely out of the capitalistic game, this is their last place they go. All right. So are y'all in the center? No, not really. Okay. Let me see if I can get that off of there. And so the way the van is structured, so question for Kaon. What kind of windows would you have? Would you have like painted over them? Do you have like the solid walls, or do you have...
You got the thermal paint, right?
You got the thermal paint to be less visible to IR signatures.
So to be completely honest with you, considering this is my shag wagon that we're using,
you probably don't have windows.
There would be no windows in the back section.
Gotcha.
And in the middle, it would probably have some kind of divider.
Okay.
That way somebody couldn't look through the windshield into the back.
Right. So we've got Jailbait and
private.
Leo in the back, or at least on the couches and cushiony, you know.
Yep.
I'm gonna look at Jailbait.
The bang bus.
Like I got a futon and like a little mini bar in there. You know?
Yes, gotcha.
I bet he gets it detailed, man.
Yeah, I literally just redid the whole van. I had to clean up a blood massacre.
Yeah, you had to replace all the carpets and all the fabrics and everything.
That was
It's
Arlo's
all
fault.
fresh and it's
Okay.
all clean.
Question.
You said it was a minibar?
Did you go during the day or night?
Day.
Daytime. Okay.
Yeah.
I can make it nighttime, but it's daytime. Okay.
It's
The reason why I was
probably
asking about the
evening.
window situation is that people in the back have no clue what's going on. They can't see the outside world.
Right. Absolutely.
And you said you had a divider between the driver section and the back of the van, so they can't even really communicate with you up front unless you're talking on your land.
Well, I'm sure it's just like a curtain, right? I mean, it's
It
not gonna be
depends.
like
That's
a wall,
what it's what Kaon wants. It's his car.
Is there like a limo driver window, like where we could be tinted, you know?
This is you right here.
I figure I'd probably be good with like a slidable.
Yeah.
So like a,
That's
So if you have to have some way to get back,
yeah. Well, that would be the back door.
Oh God.
So I would get out of the front, walk around.
Oh,
the back,
God.
in that way. So
How much? How much?
oh, God.
How much do you love?
Oh God, there's three.
How much do you love your van?
a lot considering.
Oh God, there's more.
I think your van is about to be like the Spellbound.
No, this is just traffic.
Oh, thank God.
So,
Oh, thank God.
I don't trust that truck with windows.
it would be a movable divider between.
Like
the
I don't trust this because there's no
Tractor trailers in this far right lane.
But the sides would definitely be blocked in, as would the back.
Okay.
so is there side doors or just back?
Oh, there's a bike.
Just the back doors.
There's a bike. That bike is shady.
You listen to that.
Nope, there's two bikes.
There's
There's three bikes.
We don't need no stinking bikes.
There's four. Oh, bikes are flying.
Okay, so, Kaon, make a notice roll.
Okay.
Reven,
Yes.
you can too. Awesome. Because you're sitting in the passenger seat, and I'm assuming that he has mirrors.
Yes, I would have me.
Oof. Now you know what it's seeing and smoking if you got them right.
I got a 15.
You know what? Give me that back.
Probably don't need it.
Yeah.
Let me-
I didn't do so.
So 15.
Okay, a 15. All right, you count the pores in their zits.
I'm probably a little paranoid over my freshly, new whip.
I need combat.
You're doing some extreme defensive driving the entire time here.
I drive myself. I don't use AI.
Give us some white bat edge.
You're not
Yeah.
35.
You're that guy doing 35 and a 55.
Well, I'm trying to find the
Intense
combat.
road rage. I'm
Character
chill
or
as fuck.
real world?
Both. I don't have road rage in real life. I just cuss a lot of people. A
Oh,
lot.
that's not road rage.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, my wife doesn't understand that there's a difference. If I had road rage, I'd run them off the road and kill them. When I just cuss them and keep going, that's just me venting.
Yeah.
There's a difference. You understand.
Yep. Absolutely.
Kevin, you understand, right?
I have
Makes
yet
sense.
to hurt somebody.
Okay.
I haven't had soda since Saturday.
I didn't set up the website, so we're gonna throw cards. Okay.
We like cards.
Yeah, you like cards. And
Wish we could just roll initiative.
well, guess what?
Don't we have a?
You get to do that on Thursday.
I do get to do that on Thursday. Better get ready too.
I'm
Let's go
excited.
get sweaty.
I'm excited.
That goes down there. Goes there. That goes there. Red goes. Okay. Any jokers?
No bueno.
Yes. Still in the deck, but I
Stop
don't have
wasting
one.
my time. Okay. So, who's high?
I have an ace of spades.
Arlo.
As giraffe ass, I got a 3.
Okay. Well, unfortunately for jailbait,
I hold my
So-
action.
because of your 15, you get many raises on this. You can look in your rearview mirror and you see weaving in between traffic that looks, you just get this bad feeling. I got a bad feeling about this. There
Are these similar bikes to the ones that we ran across in the park?
No. I mean, they're electric bikes. They're the they're go ganger bikes, but you don't see the clown.
Tron bikes.
You don't see the clown outfits on these guys. But they do look basically like Vikings on motorcycles. They have
I bet these
helmets
are-
with horns. They have fur that is billowing out behind them. You can see chains that are
Are they
jangling in the
Are they
wind.
Lucky's liars?
No, those were the clown guys.
Okay.
Right.
Who were the other ones? Not Lucky's liars.
Lords of All Mayhem.
Lords
but
of
that
All
was way
Mayhem.
the heck up there in another part of town. These guys are the Barbarians at the gate. Is literally the name of their gate. Right. The Barbarians at the gate, and they are, and
I need
you
to
can
watch
also
that movie
tell
again.
It's all good.
It was
that
so good.
extending down behind them, like in their hands, they've got some sort of weapon in their hand. I mean, it could be like nail-studded baseball bats. It could be, saws from a skill saw that have been embedded in a pole or in a metal, handle. They look like modern day motorcycle riding Vikings.
If these guys are decked out the way they are,
Oh yeah, they're
I
decked out, and they
absolutely,
are. You can
I'm
tell
on
with those
board.
number of raises, they are zeroed in on your van,
Yeah.
and
all right.
other cars are like weaving away and everything.
So I'm gonna do some real quick defensive driving.
Okay,
And
so
bob
in
and
a
weave.
driving combat, you have a couple of options. Okay,
I'm gonna use my free action
here.
to tell them to ready up. We've got company.
Right. Well, so I'm letting you be aware of the attack, but now we're going to cards. So you can tell everybody, hey, we got company, and now we're going to go with cards. Okay. Those are your actions possible.
Okay. What is four?
Now, if you want to change position, I like I said, on my screen, I can tell where you are.
Well, Seiko will basically ready her sword
Okay.
and hold her action until either he comes to a stop or she can whap somebody.
Y'all, we got fucking company, and I just got this shit fucking fixed. I ain't trying to ruin it.
Visions of the
so
spellbound all
fucking
over again.
Do
I'm
it
just getting
right.
fixed.
So you see Reven put his hands down on top of his thigh, and you hear the shh, and there are 2 pistol grips that come out, and he wraps his fingers around them, and there's 3 green LEDs that and then the last one lights up red, and he withdraws 2 pistols, and they're about that long.
So he has pistol legs.
His holsters in is built into his leg.
Robocop it, baby.
Yep, and they
I saw the shoulder, the arm.
they are
No, they had it in the legs.
they're biometrically linked to him, so they won't fire for anyone else. And they smart link system, so he aims with his eyes instead of the sides.
Nice. Nice.
All right.
One is black and one is white.
I heard an ace of spades.
Ebony and
jailbait.
ivory.
Getting out your sword inside the back of the van. Okay, drive me closer. I want to hit him with my sword.
Absolutely.
Right. All right. Who's next? I got a 9.
I got a jack.
Jack, go.
Okay. So I am going to. We're gonna
Now,
change position.
y'all know. Yeah, I mean, so you can, as the driver, you can change position, which basically means you move for your vehicle on here. Your vehicle is about 5 squares long, right? So basically, changing position will move you 5 squares, up, side, back. You can move forward, you can move sideways, you can move back. 5 squares. Okay. A character driver may change his position and make a maneuvering roll as a free action. Okay, success allows him to move up or down 1 chase card, in other words, 5 squares.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna change position as a free action then.
Okay.
I can do so.
Now
And,
you can take it as an action and add +2 to the roll. It's your driving roll. Okay. Or you can do it as a free action and have it a straight up roll.
We're gonna do a free action right now.
Okay.
So we're gonna change position. I want to go into the left lane because I'm not trying to have these bitches surround my van.
Okay.
One side is enough.
So you want to go over here. Oops, I needed to grab
Left.
everything. Yeah, that would be left.
And if I can go forward some with some momentum, absolutely. But left is the direction we're taking that left
Why
lane.
can I not grab the whole object? Okay.
Highlight them all. Right click and drag.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. And it was making me highlight the whole map, not your object.
Click the map,
Right.
and then hit the lock button.
Yeah, I thought it was locked, but I was wrong. Okay. So, not delete, lock. Yeah.
And then
Actually, yeah, well, hold on. You're right. I thought I had it locked. I do have the map locked. I didn't have the player box locked.
and then right click and grab us in the van, and then use the arrow keys to move it because
Right.
it moves exactly a square.
Right. Yeah. Still not wanting me to do it. Oh, I just locked it. Hold on. I had this ready to go. I was already excited. Okay, so map tools, locking.
Hold down Alt, and
Right.
it brings up the locks for everything.
Yeah. Okay. I should have unlocked all those. Okay. Unlock. Unlock everything. Yeah. All right. Now I'm going to lock the map and, not delete. Okay. Doesn't like me all of a sudden. This was such a cool map when I was using it earlier. Okay.
It's still a cool map.
Yeah.
But his van moved.
Yeah. I wanted to move y'all into character. So you said you're going to change lanes.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't want me to do the vehicle separate from or along with the characters, but it works. Okay, we're there.
And then for my action, I'm going to use the evade.
Okay. So the evade is zigzag through terrain, cover, otherwise concentrate on not getting hit. Melee and ranged attacks against you are at -2 until the start of that vehicle's next turn. So basically what Kaon does is jerk the wheel to the left and start swerving, to provide a harder target for anybody who might be trying to shoot at you.
Yup.
Okay, so anybody else go between Jack and 9?
Get out my business.
All right. So I'll take your card. So on a 9, they are going to also do a change position as a action. Good God, it's a good thing they did. Because otherwise they were going to screw up. And they can move closer. I don't know why. I don't know why that's all changing. But anyway, so they will move up a block. They'd get no raises though. All right. So these two come up to there, and this one comes up to here, and this one. None of them got a raise, so they're all still. They.
Do you know what I bought with my money while I was getting my bag? A grenade.
You should prime it for a long time
You bought grenades, didn't you?
and then throw it. But don't fall.
A grenade?
Hey, I'm the medic. I don't need them. But I have one.
Is my medic choosing violence?
No. I'm just making sure I have a job later.
Card.
Oh, I got a sense.
Okay, so Reven or you're next, right? What's Reven's?
I don't think I can
Okay,
do
so Leo, you gonna do anything?
I don't think I can because I don't know what's going on.
Well, Kaon yelled
Okay,
out.
okay,
Yeah, we got
okay,
company coming in up hard, and you felt the whole van,
Gotcha. I
swerve.
will actually.
Now, when you maneuver, everybody inside gets a -2 because of the unstable platform, but nobody's trying to shoot yet, so we're all good.
That's on
I'm
them.
gonna check my pistol, make sure I actually
Okay.
am loaded, ready to go.
All right, so you prime your pistol, make it ready to go. Reven.
Does Seiko have a gun, or is it just the sword you carry?
He has one. Guns are dishonorable.
Untrue.
Okay.
But
Well, for her then. For the Bushido code, guns are dishonorable.
we are gonna see what they're made of. Let's test some steel.
Code samurai.
I'm gonna dip out the side of the window. I'm gonna put one down range.
Okay, so you're on the passenger seat. So you're gonna put the window down, lean out, bang. Which one?
Let's see. I feel like he would be the easiest target
Probably.
because he's the one I have the
Right,
best
he's the
angle
one you
on.
got the best angle to.
I think that's probably gonna be the lucky winner.
Right. Map tools.
Actually, I
Does
was
that
looking
give
at-
me
I was
the
looking to find some paint on it, and I
where did I have the range?
started looking at some of
It's
the
under
stuff, but I-
live play.
Live play. Gotcha.
Measure
Measurement.
tool.
That way I don't have to count. And from here, okay, so we are measuring a ruler.
I was thinking of ordering
All
different
right.
ones.
And from there to there, shoot, did it say? Looks like it's hidden from me. Hold on. It was underneath an asset. I've got
Like, that's crazy.
18.
18.
18.
Cool.
Now, you're at -2 because of unstable platform.
Right.
Because he is weaving all over the place. All right. I don't know what 18 is for your what,
medium.
for your weapon. Okay, so medium range, so that's another -2.
Right.
If you're going to take more than one action.
Okay. I can shoot twice at no penalty with 2-gun kit.
Okay. You're going to do both.
Yeah. I
Okay.
have
You're
smart.
so basically you're like pat, 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 pat. Okay.
So I have no penalty for 2-gun kit,
Okay.
+2 for smart weapons.
Okay. So that negates one of the -2s.
Right.
Okay. Well, you don't get a -2 for, well, I said -2 for unstable platform, -2 for range.
Right.
So smart gun eliminates 2 of that. So you're now at you're at -2 still.
High pressure rounds
Okay.
+1 to range. So I'll end up taking -1.
Okay. Did it put you into, it's just one, is it +1 block or
It
+1?
it eliminates
make medium
it
short?
eliminates 1 point of range.
Okay, gotcha.
penalty. So I'll be at -1.
So with the smart gun link and high pressure rounds, you're only at -1.
right.
Okay.
Good with it?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Here we go.
No penalties for, unless you're shooting at the motorcycle. I mean, that would actually be a +1 because of its size.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are
You're
they
gonna try to,
grab or do they have tires?
No, they have
That makes
tires.
a difference.
Does the AP of my weapon apply to the motorcycle?
yeah. Now, remember, these are probably not fueled. These are probably battery operated, but if you can hit a battery, you might be able to make it explode.
All right. But if I hit it and I cause damage to
It does.
will it stop?
No, it depends how much damage you do.
Let's-
Most vehicles take 3 wounds before they're incapacitated.
So I can shoot the driver at +1 or at -1, or I
you
can shoot the bike at +1.
at flat. Because
flat.
the vehicle's a size 1.
I'm gonna go for the driver.
Okay.
Why not? I want to
Cooler
take,
to-
I want to take
assuming-
his head clean off.
I'm assuming your pistols are semi-automatic. You can pop
Oh,
more
yes.
than one round. So
Yeah.
are you shooting just one shot, or are you shooting multiple shots?
Squeeze. It's ROF1
Okay, ready to fire one.
Yeah.
Okay, you're at -1 on both shots.
first. Oh my God! Are you serious? Double one.
Oh, you
my
got
God.
away
Yeah.
start out the game.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Man, I thought you know how to shoot those.
Man, I'm so sorry. The first roll for even, and he freaking rolled first combat roll for even, which is his roll, and he rolled the double ones. Okay, they jam.
Can I fire the other weapon?
No, both of them.
They both jam. I
Okay,
want-
well,
only
that's
squeeze
just
one.
no. That one jams.
Okay. So do I have to burn an action to clear the jam.
You will, but
Okay.
you're firing your other one, so you get to make 2 attacks at no penalty.
3 plus 2. I got a 5. Oh no, -1 makes it a 4.
4. That's a hit.
All right, we'll try again.
Okay.
Do a little better than that. Come on. 7 plus 2 is 9. -1's 8.
That's a raise. You get an
Raise.
extra D6 damage.
Dead shot.
Headshot.
Double damage.
Double damage.
Double damage.
Okay.
More.
So your the weapon's damage plus your D6 twice.
Would Seiko use a gun if she had?
Or do we just double the result? From
You take the result and double.
She
it.
has.
Okay, take the result and
Yeah.
double it. Right.
I did that in
3 3 and 7's 10.
10 plus a
Because I
d6.
was going to have her do gung fu,
1.
but I
11.
didn't.
So 11
22.
twice, 22.
From her
AP3.
heritage and
At
everything, her
AP3,
father
well, that
was
takes away his
right.
1 point of leather.
Right.
He had a toughness of 6, which is eliminated now. It's a toughness of 5.
Yeah.
And so a toughness
that
of
being
5. And how much did you do?
Later that
22.
her past, she'll actually be able to use
22. Okay,
mine
that's going to be
because
enough
range down.
for 4 raises, which is 3 wounds. You
Come on,
just
Jim.
splattered that poor
Shut up.
sucker all over
Yes.
the Gary Hellzone.
She's not finished.
Yeah.
I turned his face into a fine red mist.
Yes, he did.
Fuck yeah. That's one rider down.
And so what happens is you absolutely just blast him. I mean, you hit him in the throat.
Yeah.
And essentially decapitate him as his entire neck just explodes and his head goes flopping off to the side. The bike veers. You know what? Let's just say the bike veers off to the right. And
into traffic.
crashes
Yeah.
in a
Goodbye.
huge explosion of parts and metal. Okay.
Can I use my movement to duck back inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Absolutely.
Nice.
No.
Okay.
Spin the one that shot, and then get ready to clear the jam.
Right.
Yeah.
So that takes a shooting roll to clear the jam.
Right. Because I didn't declare. Well, no way you could foresee that.
Right. Right. So that would have to
on
be
my
next
on
round.
my next turn, I'll have to spend an action.
You'll have to spend an action to clear
the
it.
jam.
Okay. Well, there he is. So here is Leo. Here is Kaon. Here is Reven.
Oh, that's much better.
Here is. I'm sorry, James. This is the risk of being a hacker. Okay, I got a 10.
Jack.
Jack 10.
Joey's waiting to see what happens. She's
Okay,
on the
what you
three.
got? 6. Okay, so you have a 10. I have a 10 of diamonds. You have spades. You go first. But Jack goes before everybody.
Jack goes.
All right, so
All right.
Reven.
We'll spend an action to clear the jam.
Right. So that's an action.
That's an action out of the box.
Okay, if you want to do anything else, it's going to be -2. You have to declare
So
it.
you said it requires a shooting attack.
You
clear the
just
jam.
make a shooting roll. All you got to do is get a 4, and that clears the action.
Why?
But it is an action.
Roll to clear the fucking jam.
Yeah.
Here comes 2 more ones. Are you ready?
Don't fuck up. There you go.
7, 9.
Okay. Yeah, you cleared it. Okay, but that is an action. Now you really. So you needed to declare what you were doing because
Well-
if it was multi-action, that would also be at a -2.
Well, the plan was to clear the jam and to lean out and take another shot. But because of Two Gun Kid, that's a shooting action, I won't take a penalty for the second one.
Okay.
Right? Because it was a shooting action to clear the jam.
But it's not considered a shot.
Right.
It's a skill, basically. It's
You tell me how you want to rule it.
I will let you. You have to make. Would you have succeeded in clearing it with a -2?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then you're
exponentially.
good.
Okay.
That would have been in a -2. Your shooting with the second gun would not have been.
Right.
So because that is your 2-gun.
Two-gun kid.
2-gun
All right.
kid. Okay. Oh, maybe this is what I wanted. I wanted some combat music. This wasn't hard enough.
So we're so I can. You're gonna let me lean out and take the shot.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You can
So-
shoot 1.
All right. At -2.
No, 2-gun kid eliminates that.
Okay.
Range is still. Well, no. Who are you shooting now? Because they haven't had a chance.
Whichever
to act.
one I has the next beat on. So
So
probably this one.
That one. Okay. Oh, jeez. Hold on. So we will go back down to here. We will go to here. I wish I could leave this on without it blocking everything.
You can just click persistent.
Okay, so I've got 11 squares on that. So 11 inches.
I'm good. That's short range
Click
for me.
persistent.
Under measurement, there's
Under
there's the one that says
it says
persistent.
persistent. Okay.
Right. So that won't go away whenever you do it.
Right.
And
Well,
you
I
can
mean,
move-
what I want to do is be able to manipulate things without having the measurement in the way.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, but that's okay. Okay, now we're good. No, we're not. But anyway, go ahead. So it's 12 away. I don't know. Is that a medium or still? Or is that short
That's
range?
short range for me.
Short range now, so no more range penalty.
Right.
Moving vehicle, unstable platforms -2.
Right.
I can't think of anything else.
Okay.
So with your 2-gun kid and your smart gun, well,
What?
with your smart gun link, you eliminate 2 points of penalties. So you eliminated the unstable platform.
So that wipes out the
So
monster.
it wipes out.
So it's a
you're
straight roll.
Straight roll.
All right.
Not
Well,
again.
I would have. I got a 5.
Okay, you hit. No raise though.
Yeah, I want the raise. I'm greedy. Deadshot makes you greedy.
It does, but it also costs you.
It does. It's so expensive. I'm glad it's the end of the session. That's more like it. That's a 9.
Okay, that is with a raise then.
To hit him.
So if you want to spend another Benny to do Deadshot,
boy.
okay, well, it is
Trying to turn people into vapor.
what was it? 2d8 for the gun.
2d8
and a
for the
d6
gun.
for the extra damage.
Yeah.
And double it.
4. And 1's 5.
And a
Plus,
d6.
plus the d6. Man, I got shit rolls. So 6, 12.
6, 12.
12's all I got.
Okay, but you got AP2. Takes out his 1 point of leather armor. He's got a 5. Oh,
Nope.
common bond. He's letting you re-roll that.
Can you reroll damage?
Yes,
Advantage?
absolutely.
Oh my god.
You got to roll them all.
That's fine.
I don't think he's gonna have an issue with that.
There's a 2. Not much better. And a 1.
You can keep the better roll.
Right. So
He's gonna have to, because this would suck.
3 and 5. 8 doubled 16. That's
Okay,
better.
that's a little
That's
better.
better.
Okay, so target numbers of 5. 16 is actually only 2 raises. So it is a wound, or 2 wounds. So he's going to try to soak it. All right.
See how he rolls.
And he does. So he takes 1 wound. But he's a mook, which means, he swerves off and he's out of combat. All right. So this guy is also now done. He's out. All right.
Yeah.
That was on Jack. Who's next?
I think it was me.
Right. Kaon.
Alright. So, what I'm gonna do is, so I'm gonna take an action and then I'm gonna use reaction.
Okay.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna force. So I'm gonna slam on my brakes. So it looks like the guy's gonna run into me.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna punch the gas at like the last second so I don't get cremated by the car behind me.
Okay.
And we're gonna change position to go up farther.
Okay. So, all right. So you're going to do a force, and that is a chase action. I wish I had brought my glasses.
Do you want this?
No, I got right here.
Okay.
So the attacker attempts to force a rival away from his vehicle or into an obstacle. You both must be on the same chase card though, and he's not. You don't have anybody on your chase card with you. One of these bikes would have to be beside you.
Okay,
for you to do the force action. Right.
Okay.
So basically what you're doing with the force is you're trying to basically run him off the road.
Well, hence why it said slam on the brakes.
Okay,
it
so you're
looked
going to
like-
try to change position, okay, which is actually an action. That's a maneuver.
What's
And now
the
you can do
free action?
Right, you can do it as an action or free action.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to do that as a free action?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to change
Because
position.
the force is an action.
Gotcha. Okay, so I see what you're saying now.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to try to drop back. You're going to have to get a raise on the roll to drop back far enough.
Take it with a -2. So that's 2 actions. You free action, then you force them, and then you use the evade action when you get done, just to make sure you don't have to worry about the purple part.
How many of these things can I do at once?
Well, you can do up to 3 actions, plus a free action. But if you take 3 actions, they're all at -4.
Right. So.
Oh, is he?
So if I change position.
I love them in the
Okay, so
series.
Force.
If you
and then evade, would that be a?
You're going to have to get a
-2?
raise on your driving roll to change position to get back close enough to them, because that's actually going to be 2 spaces. I mean, not 2 blocks, but it's going to be 10 blocks. You can move 5 blocks with 1 success, a success. You can move 10 blocks with a raise. Does that make sense? From where I'm looking, you'd have to go back.
Okay. Well, if I can't get back close enough to them, then instead of doing the force, I will evade.
Okay, well, I'm just going to say this car is like dropping out of combat because they're seeing, gunfire and motorcycles explode. And so they're like getting the hell out of Dodge. Okay, this guy's going to turn off this way, so he's off the map. Okay. So here's what you can do. You can do a maneuver, drive. Anytime I say maneuver, you roll and you drive.
Right.
So you can do a maneuver as an action and get +2. But if you're going to do multi-action, at least you'll eliminate, 2 of that. If you do 2 actions, it's -2. If you do 3 actions, it's -4 to all of them.
Right.
Okay. So
Well,
if you
the
want,
change position is a free action. So
right, it's a free action. There's no penalty.
So, yeah.
Right. But what you have to declare what else you're doing.
Right. So.
And I know you did. I just want to make sure I got it all straight.
Yeah. So if I can't get back far enough to force him.
Okay. Well, you
we'll
could.
evade instead.
Okay. So roll your maneuver.
Okay.
As a free action. It's a straight up roll. If you get an 8 or higher,
So I only got a 6.
Okay, you can move back here.
Okay.
It looked like you
Now, at this point, you can decide, but since you haven't taken any actions yet besides your free action, you can decide if you want to evade. You can take another maneuver action, but that would be an action. You see what I'm saying? It's not free.
Right.
So far, you don't have any penalties if you do a single action.
Okay.
Or you can try to
Can I
evade.
force him? With
Not
him?
yet. You got to be in the same square. You got to be beside him, basically.
Jervain got back doors.
Now, you know what? I mean, it says you have to be on the same. I'll let you do it. I'll let you do it. That's fine. Because we're not using cards.
I was gonna say because he's literally like.
Yeah,
on
no,
my
you're right
bumper.
there. You're right there. Fine. You can do a force action.
So, this is where I would like slam on the brakes
Gotcha.
to see if he can.
Gotcha. So you slowed down and now you're brake checking him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so you attempt to force a rival away from your vehicle or into an obstacle. To do so, you make opposed maneuvering rolls. So it's your drive versus his drive.
Okay.
You got a
Okay.
good drive.
Well, yeah, I'd probably take the points.
Got Benny's.
Had
Game,
better.
game up.
That's cool. He can-
I want to spend a penny.
Okay.
Get better. So, a 6 was the best I got.
Okay, well, it beat his 3.
Ooh.
All right, so you bump him. All right. So
poor Van.
several blah 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 blah. When the target
bumper.
is bumped,
It's not as important.
It'll buff out.
The buff.
It'll buff out.
I'm a repair guy. I can do some body work.
You have repair skill?
Yeah.
Awesome.
He was
did not
mechanic.
get a raise.
Well, I guess that's true. I guess
Yeah.
you would have. I forgot about that.
I don't know. I know a lot of mechanics.
That's true.
Let me phrase that. Mechanics.
I know a lot of part swappers.
Okay.
I mean,
So basically, what
Yeah,
you
I'm
can
about to say,
do
that
is you
makes
can
more sense.
force him either to the left or the right or back one. And when I say one, I mean 5.
I feel left.
Oh, well, I was trying to.
In order to avoid you, if he crit failed, you hit him. But he didn't crit fail, he just failed. So you
Gotcha.
forced him to move. So he's
Okay.
either going to have to swerve to the left, to the right, or hit the brakes hard.
Right.
You can force him to go
Okay.
in a direction.
You can swing
and
him to,
it's the attacker, the winner that gets to
swing him the
declare.
right. I'll shoot him. If you swing him to the left, the back door's open and jailbait goes to work.
That's kind of what I was thinking. You've already spent your turn. So, I'll force him to the
done.
middle.
Yeah.
So back.
No, to
Okay.
the middle of the van.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
That's
I
where
mean,
he-
what I'm saying is, if you brake check him, he
Yeah.
either has to swerve to there to avoid the brake check, to here, or back, because he's having to hit his brakes too.
I'd
All
like to go hit the center divider right there and screw up.
So yeah, back.
Okay.
And then I'll yell back in the back. You guys throw open the doors and get some shots in. Be useful. Take this motherfucker out.
Okay. Well, I go on 10. I don't know what your next card is.
I got 3.
So I got last time. I ain't even.
What?
6.
6. Okay, they go on 10. All right. Well, interesting. They did not think that this was going to be that hard, but they are the barbarians at the gates, and they love a good melee.
Where'd he
So
come from?
they got help.
That's not fair.
Okay. So they're both going to use a maneuver action free to
got
change
bullets.
position.
All these motherfuckers.
Well, one of them.
And shoot and drive.
Okay, so he is going to come to here. He is not.
He's gonna drive on the sidewalk.
Have you ever watched TV?
Yeah, really. You watch the action.
I mean, I'm just saying that's the hazardous fucking move, especially with all this bullshit streetlights and crosswalks and
He's a barbarian.
Hey, not to mention the dips off the sidewalk and stuff. I mean, he better be driving like
You
crazy.
never watched any TV show ever.
Right.
This isn't a TV show. This is the future, baby.
Probably easier.
We're playing make believe in the future.
I mean, it's trash cans and post office boxes.
Listen to Travis. You can't use the rules like that.
It doesn't benefit me like that.
I'm just putting it out there. It's a median, guys.
He's not in the median. Okay. It's a representative map. Okay.
There's streetlights on that representative map.
Well, in this part of Chicago, the streetlights aren't there anymore. They've been all salvaged. Plus, he's not even hitting the streetlights.
Sure, you just use
Okay.
it to your advantage.
Now, fortunately for y'all, they were armed with melee weapons, and so they haven't been able to draw their ranged weapons yet. But that's pretty much what they're going to be able to do on their turn. So that was on 10. Who's next? Jailbait. Actually, I'm sorry, Leo.
6. So did we open the doors yet?
Oh crap! It's after 10 o'clock.
That's you that does that.
Yeah.
That's your delegation of
No,
authority.
the doors have not been opened yet.
Cool. I'm just gonna lock them in. I'm gonna
Yeah, we're not doing this.
I will
Pledged to save lives.
listen. It's a little fuzzy about kneecaps, and I'm not a good shot, so it's wherever it ends at. I will open the door,
Is the stream watching this?
and I will see the guy right there on the sidewalk
Okay.
because I'm on that side
Okay,
of
yeah,
the
it is
van.
on the stream. All right.
And I will shoot him once.
Okay. Wow. Opening the doors in action.
It's free action.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. I'm a doctor.
No. Opening the doors in action.
You're not a
is an action.
doctor.
Logic.
I'm not going to make you roll dice to open the door, but shooting you're at -2.
He's
and
only a
another
level 1
-2
physician.
the
Yeah, he barely
platform.
worked for the EMS
So you're
for like 3
-4.
weeks, and he thinks
Now,
he's a
which one are
doctor.
you shooting at?
I'm sorry. I'm shooting once, and I have a -4.
Unstable platform and multi-action.
You bitch ass bitch with your driving.
You're gonna roll a
He thinks
27.
he's an EMT and he's not even forklift sir.
He was the guy that
Which
read
one
the
are you
balls.
shooting at?
I'm gonna shoot at the guy over there.
That doesn't tell me anything.
The guy I've already said.
That one.
That
Okay,
one right there.
that's the one
The
I
guy
need.
over
Okay,
there.
that's fine. So he's close enough. Don't have to worry about range.
There we go. I'll even.
You're going to throw a Benny out there. I understand.
See what happens. No, it ain't happening, buddy. I rolled 2 4, so
Okay.
-4. I ain't
Oh my
doing
God,
that.
he can explode 14,000 times. All right,
don't
so
explode
Leo's
all
like,
the
I'm gonna
time.
get bam, maybe not.
Kevin. Kevin explodes
Okay.
all the time.
You gotta aim your shots,
Yeah,
Mano.
50% chest
So
success.
Jailbait is going to calmly pull out her Hello Kitty backpack.
Okay.
She is going to open it
Okay.
slowly,
Okay.
pull out a great blow pop, and put it in her mouth. Not moving from the seat.
Okay. Because she didn't bring a gun.
He doesn't own a gun.
She's a.
So Reven's shooting his gun. She figure he has this under control. If the van stops, then she knows she gets to go to work. But other than that,
Taking selfies. With the fam.
Yeah,
Oh God, I hope your grandmother's
gunfight on the road with fam.
I hope your grandmother's not watching.
Was that
the
every?
stream right
Okay, do
now.
y'all want to stop there? Or you want to go one more round? Oh, and I mean, and James, you
to
can
go to
go.
work,
You
so
got to go to work. I mean, we all do. Y'all want to call? We can stop it right there.
know.
Yeah, we can.
When you want
Okay, let's halt it right there.
unfortunately, my schedule's pretty busy, but I will see if I can get up.
All right, so I'm going to save, and we know it's the beginning of another round, and everything on the map will be as it is,
And I go first.
and we haven't handed out new cards yet. So,
I go first.
No, jokers. No jokers. I'm glad I spent all my bennies.
to the screen,
Left.
I'm glad it took Common Bond.
Yes, I'm
Just
glad
for
you
that
could come.
right there.
you're now on the screen.
Arrivederci.
Thank you for watching.
Have a good night.
Thank
Like,
you
subscribe,
for
check out the merch.
thank you for watching. If you're watching us live, great. If you were going to watch us on YouTube or Twitch later on, we hope you enjoy it. And we are going to call it there.
Thursday for Hellfire.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
that's
will.
right. Thursday's
Yeah,
Hellfire.
Thursdays is into Hellfire. Thank you, sir. And we will call it there and come back into that combat for the beginning of session 9. Notice how everybody woke up when we started having a fight.
Right.
We needed to have something like that.